Alrighty, welcome back everybody to our latest severe weather coverage. I hope everybody's having a good afternoon thus far. We currently have 36 total warnings. We have 6 tornado warnings, and we also have 30 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a full-blown severe weather outbreak happening right now across much of the Midwest and back into the central and northern plains. Pretty concerning situation though unfolding right now in Wisconsin. We currently have 2 active tornado warnings off to the west of Madison, in addition to just an intense line of thunderstorms that's producing damaging wind gusts as high as 80 miles per hour right now. Just off to the west of Madison, we have a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings lined up, mainly for the risk of winds up to 80 miles per hour, but there's also 2 areas of rotation I'm currently watching. We have one east of Dodgeville that's been developing over the last few minutes. It's right now along US Highway 18 approaching Barneveld, and it's eventually going to move into Mount Horeb, I believe is how you pronounce it, and then it's going to be approaching Madison, Wisconsin. So we got to really keep really close eyes on this as it moves towards the Madison area. You can see bottom middle of your screen, we have storm chaser CJ Ziegler. He's located over in Madison right now. He's going to be driving right towards this area of rotation. Does look like a pretty concerning threat that is evolving right now. In addition to that, we do have another area of rotation just north of Darlington. It looks a little contaminated, and it definitely is because we are just so far away from the radar site, but this is also a rotating storm and may produce a tornado as it moves into Fayette, Waldwick, as well as Blanchardville here over the next several minutes. Further down to the south, across Iowa, we have a lot of storms going up around Des Moines. These are your kind of typical mesoscale storms that are going to be mostly producing downburst damaging winds and also some large hail. They're also producing a boatload of lightning right now, definitely hindering any sort of early 4th of July plans if you live over here in central and eastern Iowa. It is widespread thunderstorm activity right now. There is a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect that goes until 7 o'clock tonight across this area, and it's going to be mostly a wind and hail threat. I think the tornado risk should remain low across Iowa, but we'll be keeping an eye out on that. For those in Wisconsin, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that goes all the way until about 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock tonight. So this will go until 10 o'clock Central Time for Fond du Lac, as well as West Bend, Milwaukee, Racine, Janesville, and Madison. You guys are all under the gun here for a significant damaging wind threat, in addition to the risk of a couple of tornadoes. And I'm going to be honest, guys, this has been an overperforming severe weather event thus far. Storm chaser Ryan Scholl, he has already intercepted 2 or 3 different large tornadoes today, not in Wisconsin, but back over here in South Dakota. We have a really intense line of thunderstorms going on right now, but earlier there was a couple of different large tornadoes. All right, I'm going to show you guys what he had on stream earlier. This right here was from Storm Chaser Ryan Scholl. We may have had tornado of the year over here in South Dakota. I mean, this is quite literally insane. And again, today's a 2% tornado risk. All right, this is a 2% tornado risk that we have in place today. There's no 5% tornado threat in place, but he had a cone tornado on his stream earlier. In addition to that, he had some really crazy video. This is another video from earlier as well with audio. It got rain wrapped, but it was a huge tornado.
Oh my goodness, look at that! I'm getting around these cars.
Ryan Scholl's reactions.
It's gone on the ground right now.
Ryan Scholl, though, if you guys haven't been watching him on YouTube, he has had an insane day. Apparently, he had 3 tornadoes. So he had 3 tornadoes today. This was another one. He is having literally a career day.
Don't go. I'm gonna keep going.
And then here's the third one. All right, yeah, there were 3 different ones. We posted 3 completely separate tornadoes. 4? He had 4? Ryan Scholl's had 4 tornadoes today? Dude, I'm happy for him. He's had one heck of a day. And his reactions are also pretty funny. But yeah, generally speaking, this is still producing a tornado risk right now. We got 3 tornado warnings that are lined up here across eastern South Dakota. Storm chaser Ryan Scholl is still out there. Will he get 5 is the question. I don't know. But we do now have an extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Huron back towards De Smet here in South Dakota. This is for Kingsbury and Beetle counties. There is a 90-mile-per-hour damaging wind threat right now. This is observed 90-mile-per-hour winds. All right, so we got 90-mile-per-hour winds going right here towards the Lake Preston and Arlington areas. If you are in the severe thunderstorm warning, you need to take shelter and put as many walls between you from the outside as possible. We just had a 90-mile-per-hour wind gust measured in Huron just a moment ago, which is a fairly populated town out here in South Dakota. It's now going through more rural parts of Kingsbury and Beetle counties. Further down to the south is where there's a lot of tornado warnings in effect with several different areas of rotation. I would say the most notable one is this one near the Pearl Creek Colony, which is kind of a little hook echo that has developed here over the last few minutes. Got a little bit of rotation on the east side of Huron as well. That could also try to drop a tornado as it goes up towards Yale and then back down towards Artisan. Mostly a straight line damaging wind threat right now. This is Storm Chaser Ryan Scholl. He's on the leading edge of this line of thunderstorms right now. And once again, it doesn't look too crazy from his perspective, but this thing has been producing just incredible structure, in addition to just crazy tornadoes over the last few hours. So we're going to be continuing to keep an eye out on Storm Chaser Ryan Scholl. Going back over to Wisconsin, I know we got a lot of you guys tuning in from Wisconsin right now, and there's definitely reason for concern. I mean, we got a giant line of thunderstorms that is going to be, I think, causing a lot of problems here over the next few hours. Who's tuning in from Wisconsin right now in the chat? I bet a lot of you are. But we do have a pretty elevated damaging wind threat, and I do think right now what's happening is that we had a lot of discrete supercells in far western Wisconsin over the last really hour or so, and I think within the next hour we are eventually going to see this become much more linear in nature. And once this goes from being kind of discrete and linear to just straight up linear, this is probably going to start to produce some QLCS tornadoes, which are tornadoes embedded in a line of thunderstorms. And now we have another extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning. So we have a second EDS. That is an extremely dangerous situation, severe warning once again for 90-mile-per-hour damaging winds. This is an observed threat in Esmond, Carthage, and Artisan here in South Dakota. So you got to be taking shelter now if you are in this severe thunderstorm warning, and putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible. All right, this is now the second extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning that we currently have. This is what Ryan Scholl's looking at. He is inside of that extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning. And the clouds are moving really fast.
I got it.
This went from you know, being we had a discrete supercell that was producing tornadoes, and now it's gone fully linear, and it has become a really intense mesoscale convective system here just over the last few minutes. It might not look that intense. You know, this is not like the craziest structure we've ever seen by any means, especially this year, or even really in the last couple of weeks. We've seen crazier structure than this, but clouds are racing right now, and the wind is obviously very intense within this line of thunderstorms. So we're going to continue to keep an eye out on that. If we go back over to Madison, I want to point out the rotation on the storm near Barneveld has gotten a little bit weaker, so I'm not seeing as much rotation there. Madison area still has to be on alert, though, and then the rotation back down towards Fayette, Wisconsin, remains on the stronger side of things. It is still in a little bit of a radar hole here, but that rotation, according to radar, has been pretty strong. Looking from the radar site down to the south, it looks like it's gotten weaker, but at least for the time being, should continue as a tornado warning here for Lafayette and Iowa counties here for the next several minutes. We do have a couple storm chasers out here, including storm chaser CJ Ziegler. He's just coming out of Madison right now, and you can kind of see the leading edge of the line right now from the southwest side of Madison near Fitchburg. And he's about to enter into that severe thunderstorm warning. And then we also have storm chaser Charlie Bordeaux, who's actually, I think, almost inside of the tornado warning. You can see his location on the bottom right side of your screen.
Have to start heading back towards home, because like I said, I do have a birthday party I have to make it to tonight.
Oh no, he has to go to a birthday party?
I don't want to be too late for that.
He's trying to get to a birthday party, guys. He's going through tornado warnings. He's trying to get home. Well, that's quite good timing. Thank you, Wes, for the super chat. Hiron, thank you. Iron, South Dakota. Holy cow, 6 warnings. Yeah, guys, we got 36 severe thunderstorm warnings. We got severe weather literally happening everywhere. All right, there are 36 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. We even have some across the southeast. One of the more, densely, areas where we have warnings is really down here in Georgia and South Carolina. There's like 8 or 9 warnings in this area. All of them are mostly just for large hail and damaging winds. Not looking at anything really out of the ordinary down here, but, a thunderstorm's a thunderstorm, and there's plenty of them down here. So if you're down in the southern tier of the country, do have a little bit of an elevated risk of severe weather here. The Storm Prediction Center has a level 2 risk outlined here for like Chattanooga, Nashville. The wind threat, though, is a 30% wind threat, so we are expecting some thunderstorms to pop up here. This is, again, a pretty typical, I'd say, summertime storm day where these storms are going to try to produce some downburst damaging winds, not really looking at any tornado threat down here. And what's pretty crazy is that these are moving from east to west. So if you look at these storms here, they're all moving from east to west. Not very typical, but this is circling around that ring of fire that we currently have in place. And so these are going to continue to kind of track to the west here over the next several hours, producing some large hail and damaging winds. We also got some big storms near Clarksville right now. Clarksville, Tennessee is getting smacked right now by some really heavy rain and some pretty intense thunderstorms. This is what it looks like out there in Clarksville, Tennessee right now. And for the time being, it's mostly just heavy rain, but definitely not the ideal conditions. This is back over in Springfield, Tennessee, which is just off to the east of this. And you can kind of see the storm base on there on the left side of your screen. Right now, it's about 5:14 Central Time. And then this is from Stewart County, EMA over in Hopewell. And this camera's shaking just a little bit, but it's getting pretty windy out there. Got a lot of thunderstorms. Again, mostly going to be a downburst wind threat, heavy rain, and some lightning. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of a tornado risk, but obviously that could change. Wow, look at this view, guys. This back over in Mitchell, South Dakota. Storm chaser Nathan Moore is on the extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning out here in South Dakota for 90-mile-per-hour winds. Good shout out to Sovereign with the $50 super chat. What time do you think these storms are going to make it to Milwaukee?
Each platform. Let's see who I get.
I'd say about 6:30, 6:45.
W's or do I get more ones?
I'd say 6:30, 6:45 is pretty reasonable for your general ETA. Let me go back over to here. Maybe put, by the way, if Charlie has something, let me know. I'm going to put Ryan Schulbottom right. Here's the latest couple of radar scans on our tornado warnings in Wisconsin. Still have rotation again near Fayette. That will be the main area of circulation, kind of along the leading edge of the line. I don't think they're going to continue the tornado warning west of Madison. As I alluded to a few minutes ago, in case you're just tuning in, I think what's going to happen here in Wisconsin over the next several minutes is that this is going to become a more dominant line of thunderstorms. It's been kind of a mixed storm mode, like a mixed bag, basically, over the last 30 minutes. It's kind of like an assorted bag of cookies. That's kind of what's happening over here in southern Wisconsin. So over the next several minutes, this should become a line of thunderstorms that is almost all just one cookie. It's just chocolate chip. That's it. Instead of the oatmeal raisin and the sugar cookies, we just got one cookie. That's going to be happening here in just a few minutes. And once that happens, it's just going to probably start to, develop more of a tornado threat with the line rather than having the discrete supercell tornado threat that we've had over the last few hours. Even before we went live, we had tornado warnings in northeast Iowa that were rotating. And, I don't know if we had a tornado or not, but they had pretty strong rotation in the mid levels. Now we are becoming more linear. Is Jacob and Maddie online? I don't think so. I don't know where Jacob is today. Jacob McMillan. I don't know if he's chasing or not. This is CJ Ziegler. He's just outside of Madison now, so he's just southwest of Madison. He's located near Verona. Anybody tuning in right now from the Madison, Wisconsin area? We got a few of you guys tuning in here on the WeatherFront app. Just my luck to miss the bus and be trapped outside. Can I bribe the tornado with cheese curds? What bus? School still in session in early July? Like the car, says Kia. Nice. Hey guys, guess what? For the second time in my life today, I got in an accident. And it's not my fault again. I'm at a stoplight and I got rear-ended. Now, somehow, my car did not take damage. All right? But I got rear-ended about like 3 hours ago. He was going like 10 miles per hour. All right, I stopped. He rear-ended into the back of my car, and somehow my car did not take any damage. And I'm really happy because I just got this car kind of like a week ago. I'm like, bro, are we being for real? Hey, Tracy, for the $50 super chat. This is for your cat. And the reason why I got rid of my old car is because that one got in an accident. It was way worse. And again, I wasn't at fault for that either. Like, what is my luck?
Sure what looks the best right now anyway.
It's terrible.
But this line's still gusting to 90 regardless of what it looks like on radar, so... Good view out this way, guys.
It's so unbelievable.
Right.
I can't believe my life sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't believe, like, my luck. Apparently with cars it's terrible. Hey, spin for the sewer chat. I'm a FedEx driver in the Huron area. Or Huron. Try to get the pronunciation. Yeah, again, if you're just tuning in, we got a pretty intense line again in Wisconsin. This line over here in South Dakota is equally as bad. Actually, I'd say this is worse. We don't have a tornado warning right now for Yale. There is definitely some rotation there. I would probably support a tornado warning, even though it's a little bit contaminated. Got a little hook. The old tornado warning for Huron is about to expire here in about 12 minutes. It'll probably expire sooner than that. Back down near Mitchell, we have a pretty intense surge of wind right now going towards Plano. Still got some rotation down here south of Artisan. But the big concern right now northwest of Sioux Falls is really the damaging wind threat. This is a widespread 90-mile-per-hour damaging wind threat. Just a few moments ago in Huron, we did have a 90-mile-per-hour wind gust measured at an ASOS, which is an airport. That's at the Huron Regional Airport. So, again, this is really, really intense right now. And it is also spinning, and it's almost like a little mesoscale convective vortex. It is spinning up up here near Yale, and it could lead to a couple of tornadoes as this continues to track to the east. Storm chaser Ryan Scholl, he's intercepted 4 tornadoes today on its own, and he might intercept even more here soon. Who knows? Back over near Des Moines, we currently have about 6 different severe thunderstorm warnings. The worst one is over near Webster City for golf ball sized hail. That storm has gotten weaker over the last few minutes, but these are just going to be continuously popping up. I mean, we're talking outflow boundaries, kind of shooting off, leading to these thunderstorms here, producing some damaging winds and large hail. The tornado risk should remain fairly low here near the Des Moines area, but it's definitely not zero. Got a little downburst actually happening on the northwest side here of the Des Moines area. This is going to be some downburst winds. You can actually see the winds diverging. Usually you're looking for convergence for a tornado. This is diverging winds, which essentially means just winds that are hitting the ground and spreading out, and that's leading to more of a straight line damaging wind threat right now. Going back over to Wisconsin, still have tornado warnings in effect here for the next 25 minutes or so near Fayette and Blanchardville. I'm not seeing as much rotation, but this is organizing into a line of thunderstorms. So again, this is going to take some time to really produce a legit tornado risk. Again, we got some people also tuning in here in this new severe thunderstorm warning. Aaron says, got dark here really quick. Love me some summer storms. We got somebody tuning in from Argyle who's on the cusp of this tornado warning. Tornado threat going to miss us, but it looks ominous. I'm not sure if it's going to fully miss you, but that rotation for right now is off to your north. That's going to go into Blanchardville here in just a few moments. We don't have any sort of watch in place for northern Illinois. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot here in northern Illinois over the next hour or two, but we'll have to wait and see. This line of thunderstorms is about to truck right into Madison here over the next few minutes. If you're tuning in for Madison, now is your time to be staying weather aware. Over the next few minutes, we should see that wind threat really start to pick up. This is on the northwest side of Madison. Not far from where that person named Lily is, saying, is it a good time to go in the pool? No, it isn't, unless you want to. Yeah, just no. I don't know why we're trying to go in a pool right now. Lily wants to go in the pool, even though there's no severe warning. Now is not the time to get your 4th of July bikini on and hop in the pool. We got to be staying indoors right now. Cheese Curd will get us through this tornado. No, she will not. She's no longer in the studio either. She has left. Hey, Nathaniel for the sewer chat. I'm outside Juneau, Wisconsin, grilling, waiting for tornadoes. I'm not sure if we're going to see much of a tornado risk there. Off the record, guys, we do have a level 3 risk of severe weather in place. It's an enhanced risk mainly for Sioux Falls and Aberdeen. We have a slight risk for Milwaukee and Appleton. Tornado risk does not exist technically. Or at least it's not. There's no risk outlined over here in Milwaukee or Madison. With that said, there is definitely a tornado risk. They just don't have one in place. And even then, we have had probably the tornado of the year today over in South Dakota from storm chaser Ryan Scholl, and there was only a 2% tornado risk. So today is overperforming in so many regards. I mean, we literally have 5 tornado warnings right now and 32 severe thunderstorm warnings. So there's a lot. We got a new max alert with medium confidence in Beetle, Kingsbury, and Clark counties in South Dakota. Upwards of 110 mile per hour max, most probable peak intensity for a tornado's in place here. So if you're living Yale or Bancroft or near Collins Colony, we need to be staying on alert. We also just got a severe thunderstorm watch for Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska. We got some storms going up right now west of Garden City. And so they've gone ahead and issued a new severe thunderstorm watch. Goes until about midnight tonight. That'll be for damaging wind gusts, some large hail, and maybe an isolated tornado. But risk is overall low over in this area. I definitely think the tornado risk is a bit more elevated here in Wisconsin over the next couple of hours. This person over here in Lodi says, watching it come in from work. Storm chaser CJ is watching this tornado warning right now over near Mount Horeb. Is that how you pronounce it? Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Thank you, West Michigan, for the super chat. Huron. Gotcha. So much for the 2%? I know, right? Horub. Lodi? Oh, is it Lodi? Lodi? Kind of looked like Lori, I'm not gonna lie. I almost said Lori. Mount Horeb. Alright, I think I got it. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation where he's located right now. Granted, this is now merging into a full-blown line of thunderstorms. Storm chaser Ryan Scholl is kind of a different zip code right now. You can actually see the structure from where he's at. We didn't see this before. He's under the extremely dangerous situation severe thunderstorm warning with 90 mile per hour winds near Artisan, South Dakota. Structure is actually incredible. Storm Chaser Otis is also on the tornado warning here. Southeast of Wessington Springs. You can see the structure there on the left as well. Very ominous over there near Letcher, South Dakota right now. I'm drinking Coke Zero. Somebody was asking in the chat. Look at the wind come in here in just outside of Madison. There's your outflow boundary. So that's where these storms are definitely a little bit more outflowy, at least where he's located. You got the outflow winds coming in right now. The structure's back there, but it's a good mile back from that outflow boundary. So what's going to have to happen is that main updraft's going to have to catch up to the outflow boundary if there's going to be a legit tornado risk with this line going towards the Madison area. Winds do seem to be pretty strong here, though. That's that outflow boundary. If we go back over to live radar here, you can see the main wind threat is actually down near Blanchardville. We do have a 70-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning for Dane, Lafayette, Greene, and Iowa counties. There is also a new severe thunderstorm warning for Dane County. That is for the Madison area, Stoughton, west of Lake Mills. It'll be for 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. There is a tornado possible tag on this. If you guys do have any photos and videos, you can send it in to us on our website, maxvelocitywx.com. This is a live shot on the northwest side of Madison, which is now beginning to see the stronger winds move in. Should at least be about 60 miles per hour. Could also be a little bit higher than that. We have some photos coming in from you guys from these storms. This is one from Reed over in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, from yesterday's storm over in Sheboygan. Had up to almost tennis ball sized hail. That's pretty large. Here's a photo from Lodi, Wisconsin. I'm not going to remember that, but there's a shelf cloud there. Also got a photo from Dane County, Wisconsin, sent in by Mike in Mezomany, I think is how you pronounce it. Whoa, look at this. Over in Caledonia, Minnesota, we got big time flooding over here. That is like actually like aggressive movement in the water. Did Max get a haircut? No, my hairline's just receding. This is a photo over in Madison, Wisconsin. From the west side, again, see the giant shelf cloud. That'll be the leading edge of the damaging wind threat here. And this from Jesse over in Milwaukee earlier this morning. That's a little hue up there. We had a little line go through this morning as well. If you guys do have any photos and videos, you can scan the QR code. You can also go to reports.maxvelocitywx.com. Feel free to send in your photos and videos. It looks like it's going to be a pretty busy next couple of hours across Wisconsin. Hopefully the severe weather is kind of out of your neck of the woods by like 8 or 9 tonight, but it's going to be pretty noisy over the next hour or two. Unk, thanks. I am an unk. The storms always avoid us in Windsor. I don't think it's going to avoid you this time. It's about to hit you straight on here in a second. Look at Ryan Scholl's view, guys, over in South Dakota.
2,000 people in here right now.
Oh my God. Look at that thing.
No, I'm kidding. I got you. Okay, first bathroom break, and then we can keep going. Very important bathroom break.
Hey, cool for the goat gift.
Sorry, I know we've been like going for a bit.
That structure's pretty gnarly.
Emergency.
That's TMI, man. This is Nathan Moore. He's over near Mitchell. Structure's pretty cool. Now this back over in Madison. We're starting to see that line of thunderstorms moving to the northwest side of Madison. So far, it's just been some gusty winds on this camera over on US 12 at, I think it's Parmenter Street. Northwest side of Madison. Got another live shot here, which does not seem to be working. They also just downgraded the extremely dangerous situation, severe warning over here in South Dakota. No longer for 90-mile-per-hour winds. It's back down to 80. They've also issued a new severe warning for Castlewood, Dempster, Willow Lake, Bryant for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. There's a pretty large area of rotation right now near Bancroft that could try to spin up a tornado near Yale. So we got to keep an eye out on that. That's going to go up towards Willow Lake and Bryant over the next several minutes. Back down towards Plano. This storm looks like it's getting a really strong wind surge right now near 37. So we could even get an upgrade to this severe warning near Artisan. Right now, it's only warned for 60. Definitely could be upgraded to 70 or 80 here very shortly. And again, we have 35 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. It's kind of crazy, but I mean, we do. They're everywhere. We got some severe weather going on right now in Tennessee. Got several severe thunderstorm warnings in place near Clarksville. A lot of these are just shooting off from the outflow boundaries that are in place. We got a flash flood warning now in effect for those in Clarksville. Anybody tuning in right now from Clarksville, Tennessee in the chat? Or Tennessee in general? We got one person over there in Nashville tuning in. It's pretty intense out here. This is what it looks like right now over in Clarksville. There's a lot of rain coming down. You can see all the rain out in the distance. Rain virtually everywhere on the east side of Clarksville. Definitely an elevated flooding threat with these storms basically parked over downtown Clarksville right now. On the other hand, if you're over in Kentucky, it's a completely different story right now. Beautiful, beautiful day over here in Aurora, Kentucky. You know, you can see the storm out on the horizon, but not really any lightning in the general vicinity, so always nice to see that. This is a live shot also from Apple River, Illinois. Well, maybe. I don't know if the camera's going to load, but yeah, there you go. So this is what it looks like over in Apple River, Illinois right now. And you can see the shelf cloud kind of moving in. If you look at bottom right side of your screen, there's a large outflow boundary that is shot off from this line of thunderstorms that's now moving into Wisconsin. But this outflow boundary here is not really firing up any sort of storms right now, at least down near Warren. It's a very isolated activity. So very few far in between storms actually going up here between Warren and Maquetta over here in eastern Iowa. Probably not saying that right either. But yeah, looks like it's not as bad there. Looks like this area of storms here near Madison did try to rotate a little bit there near Madison just a second ago. Definitely got to keep an eye out on the rotation. If we go over to the MRMS rotation product, which can give us a pretty good idea of rotation, this line of thunderstorms was producing a lot more rotation west of Blanchardville not long ago. Mostly broad rotation along the leading edge right now, but I do think wherever this line bows out, like if it bows out near Madison, higher tornado threat might end up going towards West Bend and Milwaukee, but obviously things can change over the next couple of hours. The environment is going to be locally favorable for a tornado threat as long as this doesn't go super outflow dominant, which for right now it does not appear to be that outflow dominant yet. Outflow boundary is really far out in front though over here near Wanakee, so we'll have to wait and see how things progress here over the next hour or two. It's back over to storm chaser CJ Ziegler. He is near New Glarus in Wisconsin, so this is just to the southwest of Madison.
Okay.
Hey, Don for the gift.
The rain's nowhere near us, which is crazy. Or it looks like the pouring portion of it, so. I think that means this thing is kind of sweating out. But
It's doing what now? Hey, Lindsay for the 19 months. Crystal for the gift.
Line of storms regardless.
Storm chaser Ryan Scholl is also back over in South Dakota. He is, again, an incredible looking line. Also, of course, we went live and we're back down to 2 tornado warnings. Remember, you guys remember, like, we were live like a week ago or a couple weeks ago, and we were live for the threat of severe weather over in Pennsylvania. I don't know if you guys remember. We went live and we went from 7 tornado warnings to start the stream, and we got no new ones. I don't think really at all during that stream. We went from 7 to 0 in like 40 minutes. You guys remember that? Maybe it's a good thing we're going live. We're making the weather a little bit more tame, you know? So maybe, just maybe, it's a good thing. In case you guys did not see, storm chaser Ryan Scholl has had a heck of a day chasing. And again, a lot of this did happen earlier. He's obviously still out there in South Dakota. He's looking at just incredible structure right now. If you look bottom right side of your screen, you can see that. But he had multiple tornado intercepts today. This is one of them. And unfortunately, we weren't live. Obviously, this is kind of in a rural area, so it wasn't like we had to be live for it, but it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this supercell out here in central South Dakota was producing just crazy tornadoes. They progressively got larger. It produced 4 different tornadoes. The first one was the smallest and weakest, and this one was probably the strongest, and it looked absolutely wild. A large cone tornado. This is a video of it.
Oh my God, look at that!
Probably the tornado of the year, if I had to guess.
Oh my gosh!
Got a picture. Oh my goodness, look at that! I'm getting around these cars so we can get a little bit further north. It's gone on the ground right now.
That's on the ground.
Oh my God, look at that!
Hey, Tamara, for becoming a member.
Go, 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 go.
This is the other. This was a different tornado that happened.
Oh, yeah, where's this gonna stop?
Oh, it's already.
No, don't go.
Don't go away.
Don't go. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Bro, their stream is so funny.
Are you kidding me?
This is the first one of the first tornadoes. One of the first two. It's not condensed, but it was producing some minor damage to the trees there. And again, I don't think any of these tornadoes hit like any structures. I could be wrong. I didn't see it happen on his stream, but pretty wild. 3 different tornadoes, all in, or actually 4. Again, there was 4. We posted 3 of them to Twitter. But 4 different tornadoes all in the same day is pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie. And now it's just a structure show out there over at Fedora, South Dakota.
A close range intercept like that. That's like my dream. Rolling up a road like that and it crosses the road.
Clicked on your stream.
And this storm that he's currently on is still under that extremely dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning tag for Minor, Kingsbury, Sanborn, Beetle, and Lake counties.
Which is good because again, it's heading for a more popular.
Which is going to be for up to 90-mile-per-hour winds. So this is still a extremely dangerous situation here. Hey, Dog, for the super chat, I was in Pennsylvania for that weather event. Well, I'm glad I could help you not have as many warnings.
Maybe we'll stop up the road here and wait.
Shauna with the super chat said, dude, lightning just struck a block away from where I'm at in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Iowa's getting some really electric storms. We still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings in place. Got one near Williams and Iowa Falls, another one just north of Des Moines. We did have a storm that was severe right over the downtown area of Des Moines earlier.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
We have a confirmed tornado warning. That is going to be for those in Willow Lake and Bryant counties and Vienna over in South Dakota. So if you live in this tornado warning here north of Bancroft, we got to be taking shelter now, putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible. You got to get away from windows and get to the lowest floor possible. This is a confirmed tornado warning. And that is being confirmed via weather spotters at 5:33 p.m. The Willow Lake Fire Department reported a tornado approximately 5 miles to the southwest of Willow Lake. So, I mean, that would have been down here, I think, north of Bancroft. And if there's still a tornado, it's going to be going into Willow Lake right now, which doesn't appear likely. But if there's a tornado, it's going right into Willow Lake, South Dakota. So if you live in this tornado warning, you got to be taking shelter now and putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible. And you've got to get away from windows. We've had a few confirmed tornadoes already today. I think this might be our 5th or 6th in South Dakota. We weren't live for all of them, but I mean, this is a small-scale tornado outbreak that's happened in South Dakota today with a 2% tornado risk. Kid you not, we had a 2% tornado risk in place today, which I honestly don't disagree with, but it's actually crazy that we have had all these tornadoes today. Storm Chaser Nathan Moore is not far from that area. He's just outside of Mitchell. Clouds are pretty low to the ground right now. Where's Ryan going? I don't know. Probably gonna go try to find a Baja Blast at some point. He loves those Baja Blasts. Maybe he's gonna go find some hail.
Problem is, there's a trees for some reason. Because we love trees.
My duck shipped. I'm stoked. I think most of all the 2 million subscriber stuff for the most part has shipped. There's only like a handful of stuff that hasn't. You can clearly see the outflow boundary at this line of thunderstorms over here near the Madison area. It is definitely reaching out far in front of this line. So it's going to take quite a bit for any of these storms to produce a legit tornado risk, but we'll see how it all evolves. It feels like a lot of the time,
a new tornado warning.
Feels like a lot of the time when we watch storms move towards Milwaukee and Janesville and Racine, that these lines tend to become more organized. So that might change. New tornado warning in effect for Kingsbury and Beetle counties. That's Bancroft, north of DeSmet near Collins Colony. Take shelter if you are in that red polygon. Ever since, I literally just said like 2 minutes ago, like, yeah, we haven't really had many tornado warnings, you know? It's because I went live, and all of a sudden now we're getting tornado warnings. Go figure. I'm the master of jinxing things, I gotta say.
No, there's not even.
Hey, more for the sewer chat. Can I get an update on Ryan's windshield? I don't think it's good.
Highway 81. So.
My chat wants an update on your windshield. An insider scoop. And I'll be honest, I don't think he's repaired his windshield. I got left on red. W. We love getting left on red. Story of my life.
At this point, Larry, I'm kind of ignoring that because every chase now. I
will keep an eye on them. I don't think there's a tornado anymore. Yeah, it doesn't look very likely we have a tornado anymore, but we do have a large, broad area of rotation near Bancroft. That'll be the big concern there. Got a big wind threat developing near Fedora right now. Look at that wind. Velocities are being measured up to 85 miles per hour, a little bit off the ground. So, again, the wind here north of Mitchell, it's really intense. The severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect right now for Mitchell, Fulton, Plano, Roswell is going to be for 70-mile-per-hour winds, and also has a tornado possible tag for Davison, Minor, Sanborn, and Hanson counties. So we're watching multiple storm chasers that are in this general area. Otis is down here right now, which looks like they're currently looking at that storm. Ryan Scholl is just kind of getting out in front of this line. It's really quickly moving to the east at like 50 miles per hour. So you got to kind of keep up with it as a storm chaser.
I heard you needed a windshield update.
I do. Also, both tornado warnings in Wisconsin are going to be allowed to expire. Let's go over to Ryan Scholl. He has the windshield update for us. The inside scoop.
All right. Got in front of us. This is the windshild right now. Because it got some decent damage to it.
Hey, Mountain from Kona member.
It's pretty much the same as last time.
Not much damage.
It's pretty messed up though.
Yeah, windshield works.
Got that big one right here, and we can show you the damage on the outside of the car as well. Roll down that window. Pretty big shelf still going. But you can see all the hail dents.
What about Uneasy, Tennessee? Is Uneasy actually a town name?
Wait, look at that. It's
Tennessee.
pretty big. Look how dusty the car is too, man. And then it cracked the upper part here, put a hole in there. And it actually, I realized at some point,
Bro's car is shot.
lights.
You just got this car too. I mean, it was used, but
then you got this weird person enjoying a shelf. Max probably has this up right now.
I do.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna put you guys back in the car for a little bit.
Use a magic eraser. You need some flex tape too. What else do we need? Insurance must love him. Hey, Cassidy for the super chat. Was there a tornado? Was there a tornado just north of Grand Rapids, Wisconsin last night? Saw a max alert last night. There was a tornado warning. I was looking at it. I didn't see it being enough of a reason to go live. We had a tornado warning somewhere north of Madison, but the rotation was very quick. I mean, it lasted maybe one frame on radar, so it wasn't much. Hey, Hoggy for the super chat. Looks like my phone right now. Bro, the one day that I cracked my phone when I was in like middle school was like the worst day of my life. Like, it was just sitting in my pocket. Somehow I put too much pressure on it. The thing just cracked. It was a really sad day. Went home to my parents and I think I cried. Really, it was really sad. Yeah, Madison, Wisconsin about to get hit pretty hard by damaging winds. Velocities are being measured on radar up to about 70 miles per hour right now. This is what it looks like out there in Madison, Wisconsin. And so the wind is beginning to pick up right now near Middleton. Good news is I'm not seeing anybody park under overpasses right now. That is always very reassuring. People are behaving over here in Madison today. I cannot say that about Madison all the time, though. This is a kind of a rare sight that I don't see anybody parking under an overpass. Hey, Diane for the gift. I've never owned a quote-unquote cell phone. I've never owned a phone. You watching on like a Nintendo DS right now? We got a new tornado possible, severe thunderstorm warning. That'll be for Janesville, Edgerton, Evansville, Magnolia, and Albany. So if you're in Dane Rock or Greene counties, get ready for damaging winds and at least a potential tornado threat with this line of thunderstorms here as it continues to track across southern Wisconsin. I've got to say, Wisconsin, Illinois, these have been like the two hot spots for severe weather, it feels like, all year long, and nothing's changed. It's the same thing as before. You guys are still basically the hot spot. I wouldn't say you're the hot spot for today, but it's just been active here, like nonstop. We also have a new severe warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds in Brookings, Kingsbury, Beetle counties, and South Dakota. That'll go until about 6:30 near D. Smith and Lake Preston. It's been broadly rotating for quite some time over near Bancroft, so still watching a possible tornado threat. It'll be interesting to see if this storm down here near Roswell can become a bit more organized, because if it can, I definitely would not rule out a tornado threat with it down the line. I just don't know if it's going to be able to do so. It's a little bit disorganized right now, has some rain cool air out in front of it, so it's struggling just a little bit currently. Storm chaser Ryan Scholl is on the scene right now. He's just outside of the storm. Pretty large shelf cloud right now, so not looking super tornadic, but that could change down the line. Hey, Carrie for the super chat. Yeah, if you're in Racine, anywhere near Racine, you're probably going to hit by this line. If it's severe by the time it gets to you, we'll have to wait and see. I think it will, but tornado threat is kind of unknown right now. I wouldn't say it's high, but there's definitely at least a low tornado risk for southern Wisconsin over the next couple hours. Thank you, Eel, for the super chat. I got my gold duck in the mail yesterday. So worth it. Support your great channel. I really appreciate that. Hey, Ruby, for the gift. Ryan Scholl's showing us the Hailmobile. The Hailinator in full force. We just released Hailinator merch, by the way, on shopmaxvelocity.net. In case you have not seen, this is from our designer.
That's why I'm like, we need to be really watching this.
We have a new designer designing our merch, and we have a whole Hailinator collection now out on shopmaxvelocity.net. This does support Ryan Scholl as well, so if you want to check this out, there's a link in the description. But there's t-shirts, hats, mug stickers, and a lot of other cool stuff. Pretty cool little collaboration with them. Best weather app to use, in my opinion, it's WeatherFront. That's what we're using right now. This line is pretty cool out here in South Dakota. Look at this thing. Structure's incredible. Lobster NATO
hi.
shirt next.
Oh my god, hi.
Oh man, not the lobster.
Yeah, dude.
Look at Madison right now. This is live in Madison. Starting to see the wind pick up a bit more near Middleton. The severe warning right now is for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Seems like the highest winds are kind of moving through right now, or at least over the next few minutes they should be moving through. Should be mostly straight line winds for the time being. Just got another tornado possible severe warning upgrade for Clark and Hamlin counties in South Dakota. We also have some new photos and videos from you guys. It's a new one from Dane County, Wisconsin. The storm rolling in. Go Badgers. What's the Badgers? Is that baseball? I think it's baseball. This is from Dane County as well. Really cool structure out here, but again, not structure of the year. I can tell you that. The structure of the year was probably the Sioux Falls Day like a month ago. Nick over in Dane County, Wisconsin, showing a beautiful skyline as well. If you guys do have any photos and videos of these storms or any of the storms going on just in general, QR code's on your screen or go to our website. Badgers are the University of Wisconsin. All right, well, I wasn't even close. Isn't there a Badgers baseball team? Isn't it like the... I don't know. I thought Badgers existed in baseball. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm tripping. I probably am tripping. This outflow boundary just shot up a new storm near Sun Prairie. This outflow boundary is a little bit too out in front of this line right now to produce a legit tornado risk, at least in the next few minutes, but that could change. That's what it looks like out there in Madison. Max, your shirt matches your background. You're a floating head. I know. I didn't honestly think we were going live today, so I just kind of wore a red shirt. I was like, this is the last shirt I got. You know, if we go live, so be it. Definitely was not a good idea. Now, the question is, do I just go shirtless and do that? No, not actually. Thank you, HCK for the super chat. Imagine just because the shirt color matched, I would have to go shirtless. That's just the rule. So my daughter's softball game in Janesville, Wisconsin, they wouldn't cancel. Yikes. Yeah, that ain't good. I want to be honest. That would not be good. You guys are, you're going to be shocked here in about 20 minutes, probably. Storm Chaser CJ Ziegler is over here near Evansville. He's just kind of riding along the boundary there, just south of Madison. But yeah, Janesville is going to be hit by this, I think, in about 20 minutes or so. Should be mainly a wind threat. Definitely some lightning as well. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect north of Des Moines. That is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and some quarter-sized hail. Going back over to South Dakota near Howard. Ryan Scholl's on a pretty intense storm right now, mainly producing a damaging wind threat. It is a bit outflow dominant right now, but for the time being, still producing at least some level of damaging winds and some large hail. Still have a confirmed tornado warning for the Kingsbury, Clark, and Hamlin areas here of South Dakota. I do not believe there is a tornado anymore, but it does remain a confirmed warning. There's just a large area of broad rotation near Willow Lake and Bryant, south of Vienna, that is tracking up to the northeast, going towards Hazel and Haiti right now. Otherwise, we're looking at just a large line that's producing a pretty significant straight line damaging wind threat. If you live over in Sioux Falls or Brookings, I would start preparing now for that elevated damaging wind threat, as it's going to be rolling into your neck of the woods here, probably around 7 o'clock or so, maybe a little bit sooner than that. Minnesota's quiet for right now. If you do look at the SPC outlook for today, Minneapolis, you guys are under a slight risk of severe weather today. That is for that line of thunderstorms. Fargo, Minot, as well as Bismarck, you guys are under a slight risk. I have a slight risk also across the southeast. Got one over in Kansas. Off topic, but we just got a max alert, which I think actually was, that's old. So we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning out here. Our team has been issuing max alerts, and that one was a little bit before the severe thunderstorm warning got issued, but for Meade and Butte counties, that is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Nothing too wild out there in western South Dakota right now. Let's go back over to Wisconsin. And for the time being, we do not have any severe warnings in Wisconsin for anything higher than 60-mile-per-hour winds. The one that is for higher than that, though, like there is one, it's just, I don't think the wind is that high anymore. I think the winds are probably closer to 60 miles per hour going towards Evansville. So this warning will probably be downgraded for Dane and Greene counties. We have breaking news. We have a 105-mile-per-hour wind gust that was measured in Huron, I think, in South Dakota. That was 45 minutes ago, but we're just getting that data now at the airport. So at the Huron Regional Airport from the ASOS, 105-mile-per-hour wind gust was measured from this really intense line of thunderstorms. My goodness. This line is crazy. South Dakota has had two really crazy storms now this week.
I'm pretty sure every tornado today.
If you guys did not see, the other day we had a 131-mile-per-hour windstorm go across South Dakota. All right, I'm going to go and see if I can find it here. It's one of our Facebook posts. But we had a 131-mile-per-hour wind gust measured from this line of thunderstorms over in Harold and Ree Heights in South Dakota, right? This is the damage it did. Also, I don't know why this got community noted. I have no clue what this is about. Bro, who makes a community note on Facebook like this? Who? Putting the dislike button on that thing. Is the most pointless community note ever. The damage reports are still coming in, but this article confirms severe damage to a wind farm. What is the point of that? Who is the perfect community notes over here on Facebook? I'm getting community noted for nothing. This is another photo of windmill damage from this 130-mile-per-hour line of thunderstorms. These were all from storm chaser Jacob McMillan, who's also on YouTube and inside of the WeatherFront app. It's just crazy damage, guys. This happened the other morning. I was on a plane flying back from Tulsa when this all happened, so I couldn't go live. Unfortunately, the Delta flight attendants, I asked them, hey, can I go live? You know, can we set up something maybe in like the bathroom or something so I can go live and get a little stream setup going? And they were like, no, can't do that. I was like, dang. Gotta ask, though. You gotta ask. Thank you, Aiden, for the super chat. Happy birthday, Aiden. June 30th. We almost went live yesterday and the day before. Yesterday ended up busting pretty hard. It's been the year of the bust, but yesterday busted pretty hard. We didn't really have a whole lot that happened. We had like 1 or 2 tornado warnings last night. We had a confirmed tornado warning, but I think it was like emergency confirmed or something like that. Emergency management confirmed, and we didn't see anything. And yesterday looked really good in the morning for a big time, you know, tornado threat, also a stream, but didn't pan out, which is always good. Hey, Trinity for the super chat. Yeah, those photos are real. Jacob McMillan did take those photos. They are real. I can confirm. Over in Iowa, for the Iowa Falls area, they're going to probably allow this severe warning to expire for Franklin and Hardin counties in just a few moments. Fort Dodge is also under a severe warning right now. That is for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. And there's also a threat of a little bit of hail. That's what it looks like out there in Fort Dodge right now. Most of the storm has already passed by, but that's a live shot there from just outside of the Wells Fargo. I believe that's looking west. You can see the clear skies off to the west from here. This is a live shot just out to the east of Janesville. We got a bird camera, guys. Hey, Wolves for the super chat. Town in 130-mile-per-hour storm is 80 to 90% damaged or destroyed. I'm not surprised. When you think about it, guys, that line of thunderstorms produced damaging winds up to 131 miles per hour. And that's a gust, right? So that's when it comes to like a straight up wind speed, 131 would be like a category 4 hurricane. When it comes to a tornado, that's upwards of an EF3, and that's just straight line wind. You know, So it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy what we've been seeing. Thank you, Rink, for becoming a member. Thank you also, Wolf, again for the super chat. Guys, we might have to give the birds a heads up or something. Those birds might be chalked here soon. In about maybe 25, 30 minutes. That camera, for the record, is like right here. All right, so that's where that bird camera is. Those birds might have to evacuate. They might have to go seek shelter. You can actually hear the audio on this camera, which is kind of funny. This is over in Lake Geneva. Lake Geneva looks beautiful. It's north of Delavon. Beautiful out there today. Looks like a really good spot to watch 4th of July fireworks. It won't be this beautiful for that much longer, though. We're gonna get that line here soon. This camera here is just north of Madison. This is also in downtown Madison right now. But mostly raining here. I haven't seen anything too severe. Oh, there's the wind right there. So this is in downtown Madison. Yes, Lake Geneva is gorgeous, super hot. The heat indices up here are like 100. At least this rain will cool things down a little bit, which is always a positive. Hey, Shaded for the sewer chat. Weather safety reminder, have pets, family, and a prep kit on standby if you're in the affected areas. Tornado passes over your home or nearby. Wait 20 minutes before leaving. I agree. What is that mesoscale discussion? Did bro edit that? What the flippity flop? What is that? Oh, don't show that? Okay. Thank you, Elaine, for becoming a member. And Ghost for the gift. Max is live equals strap down the trampolines. I agree. Yeah, if you're over here in Wisconsin, we got to be strapping down the trampolines. We got some pretty high winds right now near the Madison area. It's pretty windy there in downtown Madison a second ago, but it doesn't look like anything's higher than 60 from what I'm seeing. Most of the winds are about 60 miles per hour or so. This is a new mesoscale discussion here that is going to be for those in Minnesota, northwest Iowa, extreme northeastern Nebraska, and a sliver of South Dakota. Thunderstorms will likely spread east into parts of Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska. Through the evening hours, a watch is likely. Damaging winds up to 90 miles per hour, golf ball sized hail, and at least a possible tornado threat will be on the table here over the next few hours. And keep in mind, guys, like, you know, the tornado threat is already overperformed here. Now that this is a line of thunderstorms, it's going to be a bit harder for this to produce tornadoes, but it could produce some embedded tornadoes within the line. We do have some severe warnings, only about maybe 15 miles outside of Sioux Falls now for Minor, McCook, Minnehaha, Lake, and Hanson counties for 70-mile-per-hour winds and also quarter-sized hail. Tornado possible tag is also on that new severe thunderstorm warning. Otis is out there right now, just near Salem. They got their drones ready to go. They got all sorts of crazy technology in that car. You can watch them live inside of the free WeatherFront app. Just northwest there of Sioux Falls. You also got storm chaser Ryan Scholl, who's on the scene of this pretty impressive looking storm now. The structure is getting better and better. And the reason why we have these different layers, it like almost looks like, you know, there's multiple things surging out. The clouds are surging out in different spots. That's because the winds are locally a little bit stronger in certain parts of the atmosphere. So it's kind of making this really cool storm structure here over near Winfred, South Dakota.
Holy. I think there's a shelf.
That is one heck of a shelf clap.
Sorry, I didn't see you were recording.
New Ghost for the gift. Hockey for the gift. 102 feels like 114 in Kansas City. Jeez. The heat is bad right now. It is bad. It's currently 86 degrees. Like even over near Omaha, it's like 90 degrees with a dew point of 71. Like that is just brutal. Tennessee's been pretty brutal too. It's been really hot here over the last few days. Heat indices have gone up to like 110 out here. Now we have a bunch of storms that are producing damaging winds and some large hail. Benton, Humphreys, Montgomery, Stewart, and Houston counties are currently getting the brunt of it. Clarksville is currently under a flash flood warning. The rain is pretty much endless here with these pop-up thunderstorms. And again, there is a level 2 risk of severe weather outlined for this area today. So the conditions obviously not the best. This is live just outside of Clarksville. So the rain's pretty heavy right now from all the different cameras here. Cameras are shaking just a little bit. But we could see up to 60-mile-per-hour winds over here near the Stewart County area. This is right next to right next to Dover. Over in Russellville, Kentucky, we're about to have a storm roll through here. It's a very high base thunderstorm. So what we're seeing here is cloud base is thousands of feet off the ground because our temperature and dew point are just so far apart. With that said, though, these are really quick-moving storms, and they're also almost all driven by outflow boundaries. And we have put a new max alert out for the Russellville area for mainly the risk of up to 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to half-dollar size hail near Elkton. As this storm is kind of developing further west. Again, all these storms are moving west. The outflow boundary is moving east, and so that's helping to basically create lift in the atmosphere to pop up new thunderstorms. And so, even though it looks like the storm is actually moving east right now, it's not. It's moving west. It's kind of confusing, but this is all underneath that ring of fire weather pattern. So all the storms are going different directions. If you actually go over to the storm motion on the HRRR model inside of WeatherFront, you can actually see that. So let me go over to storm motion. So you can see the different storm motion here for today. Pretty fascinating. So our storms over in the Midwest are moving west to east, very classic. But any storms that are developing down here, they're moving north, they're moving east to west. They're going all sorts of weird directions. Kind of funky. What about the love for Minneapolis? Nothing's happening in Minneapolis right now. Is there a way to view these max alerts on the WeatherFront app? Not yet. Coming soon. They have downgraded this line of thunderstorms over near Watertown to a special weather statement. So Lake Mills, Oconomowoc. Is that right? Oconomowoc, near Whitewater. They're going to downgrade this, it looks like, to a special weather statement with gusty winds up to 50 miles per hour being the main concern. Does not look like they're going to continue the severe warnings. But we shall see if that does change. Storm Chaser CJ Ziegler's over here in Bellevue, Wisconsin. You can see the leading edge of the shelf here. Definitely not as impressive as it did look about maybe 25 minutes ago. I did say it right. I'm just cooking.
Like wind gusts? No. They were up to 80 earlier, but...
So what you see there at the top of your screen is that shelf cloud. If we go over to radar, you can also see that. That's the shelf cloud right there, and that's the outflow boundary. And so the outflow boundary really far out in front of this line, hence why there's not much of a tornado threat right now. And as long as that outflow boundary is way out in front of the line, it's going to be hard for anything to become tornadic. Looks like it's really surged out. I would say the one place where we could see some sort of tornado threat develop would be here. At some point. It's a low chance, but something might develop going down to I-94, so I'll have to keep an eye out on that.
Because it's like kind of all the way back in there, if there is any. And the shelf's, again, way out in front. So
you're off the super chat.
I really think tornado potential is pretty nebulous.
Yeah, Europe has been bad too.
I wouldn't rule it out.
They don't have
again,
ACs over there. Just shocked on so many levels.
We are going to get going here in a second. It's been more than a second. 3 seconds.
Hey, Steven, for the super chat, what caused storms to move from east to west? It's the ring of fire weather pattern that we have. So this high pressure system that's in place, it is actually steering storms from east to west. That's really what's happening. Also, the heat wave in Europe has now killed over 2,000 people. So we've had over 2,000 fatalities because of the heat wave over there in Europe, which is wild. You know, again, Europe, a lot of places, at least I believe the United Kingdom, they do not have AC. Like, it's bad. And, you know, fortunately here in the United States, most people do have AC. At least where they need it, which most of the country needs AC, right? So, I guess if you live over here in the United States, be thankful that you have you know, air conditioning. Anyway, Rachel for the super chat in France, let's not talk about the heat. I'm not above begging. I just have back-to-back heat waves. Let's talk rain. I'm trying to manifest. I don't know if I have much good news for you. The other thing is too, like if you go over to the forecasted heat indices for the next few days, it's just gonna be brutal. I mean, even like today, it's pretty bad. All right, like these are the heat indices today. They're around 105, 107 down here in Nashville, Memphis, Indianapolis, Charlotte, it's bad. Boston and New York are over 105 today. Tomorrow, for the day before the 4th of July, it's still going to be over 100 between Indianapolis and Nashville. East Coast is going to be baking. Washington, D.C. could be up to 115. Heat can be deadly, guys. All right, like, definitely make sure if you are going outdoors, make sure first that you're staying hydrated, but also make sure if you have like elderly or anybody that's vulnerable to heat, that you are checking in on them, because tomorrow, the next few days are going to be brutal. And I know it's summer. It happens every summer. It gets hot here in the country, but this is a pretty dangerous heat wave. It might catch some people off guard, but I don't know. Hopefully people are watching the weather. We've been talking about it for our last few videos. Thank you, Lotus, to the super chat. What disease even is that? I've never even heard of it. Nashville will have like 500,000 tourists on the 4th. Why? Hey, Cheese to the super chat. I believe that even in the United Kingdom can't confirm AC is not even a new build consideration. What is up with that? I really don't get it. Like, is there like a, like, not to get political or anything like that, but like, is there like a law that or something in place that just doesn't allow people to go get AC in the United Kingdom? Or is it just like a thing there? Like, they just don't want it. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, I'm actually curious because it's weird. They don't have as much of a need for AC as like us, for example, because it gets way hotter here in the United States most of the time, but they have older buildings, expensive. Interesting.
And we don't have a view anymore. Below that.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it should be a thing everywhere, but they Leah for becoming a member. Don't they have like those little, do they have like AC units at all? Like, do they even have window units in the United Kingdom? They do in some places. Doesn't seem like they have it at all. They end for the gift. What about Madison, Wisconsin? The worst of it is moving through you guys right now. And I'm telling you guys, when I go live, it can actually sometimes be a good thing because this line has gotten weaker. They have issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Dane, Dodge, and Jefferson counties for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. It's going to go towards Ottawa and Whitewater here soon. And tornado threat is low. It is not zero, but we'll continue to track this as it moves towards the Lake Michigan area. We also have a special weather statement near Dubuque. Got some storms trying to fire up just behind the south flow boundary. Those will produce mainly a gusty wind threat. And one severe thunderstorm warning in place right now over in Iowa. That is north of Des Moines near Huxley and Ames, which will be for 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. The bigger concern still is the storms over in South Dakota, more than anything, just producing straight line damaging winds. Just south of Winfred, we got a big surge of wind going towards Orland, Franklin. Broad area of rotation still near Bryant. That is our only active tornado warning right now. It's a little bit of it's almost like a little mesoscale convective vortex that has formed now on the north side of this really large complex of thunderstorms. Also got to watch these storms going up west of Sioux Falls. These will be the ones going towards Sioux Falls right here. Not severe outright as of right now, but at some point could become a bit more concerning for the Sioux Falls area if those can intensify. Damaging wind should be the main concern. We have a new severe thunderstorm watch in place for South Dakota, Iowa, and Minnesota. That'll go all the way until 1 a.m. A long severe thunderstorm watch here, mainly for damaging winds and large hail. They have outlined a 20-10 odds for tornadoes. So that basically means 20% chance of 2 or more tornadoes and then a 10% chance of at least one EF2 plus tornado. So that'll be the main concern there. Hey, Lotus for the super chat. That's interesting. Oh, I got you now. Max, can you give me one of your 22 monitors? We got to use them for weather. I also I don't think I have 22.
Big old shelfie.
What do I have? How many monitors do I have? Do I have 20? So I got 8, like right now, right? We got 4 and 4. So we got 4 for this computer, 4 for the other computer. We got, I think, at least 4 more. Yeah, I do have 20. Hey, Jacob for the super chat. Well, I wanted to build another like weather studio. Like I want to have a second one. So that's why we have more.
Just get a little bit
basically duplicating the setup.
East here.
Hey, Logan for the super chat. Juneau, thank you. Juneau, Wisconsin.
Can't really see through town. Unfortunately.
39 million Americans don't have AC. Where do they
soon
live?
to be a McDonald's on the way.
I gotta assume some of those are in Alaska. What'd you do with all the folding chairs? I still haven't done anything with them. They're still sitting in a closet. Maybe one day I'll sign a bunch of folding chairs and send them out to people. We got 28. What should if we did that? Imagine we did that. I feel like it'd be kind of funny. You guys think we should like sign a bunch of folding chairs? Thoughts on that? Just gotta sign each chair individually and ship it out to people. We only got like 28. Well, what would the price of that be? I don't think it's cheap to ship chairs, like even individually. I don't know how expensive that would be to ship them. Those are not small boxes. I want a signed folding chair. Oh my lord. Now everybody wants a signed folding chair. What does shipping cost? Does anybody know what shipping would cost to ship a full-blown folded chair? I feel like that's not cheap. Hey, Brian for the super chat. Any threat in West Michigan tonight? Mainly a wind threat. It's gonna be a low threat. I want to see you on the green screen more, and I want to have a girlfriend. And guess what? Not everybody can get what they want. Hey, Jacob for the super chat. How heavy are those chairs? I don't know. It's a folding chair. What's the whatever the typical folding chair, you know, weight is. I don't know what that is. I do need to fix the green screen setup though. That is definitely something I got to do. I gotta lock in on that for like a day. Hey, Rachel for the super chat. It's gonna be $50 to $150 to ship each chair. Nobody is spending that much on shipping just to get a signed Max Velocity chair. Even the shipping for these hats and ducks was like, I think $7. Like the hats and ducks are like $7. I cannot imagine people spending that much on a singular folding chair, regardless if it's signed by me or whoever. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Sheridan, Grove, and Graham counties in Kansas for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Another one in southwest Kansas doing the same thing. You'd be surprised. I was also surprised how many people bought ducks. The ducks sold out so fast. It was quite literally insane how fast we sold out of ducks. I think the ducks was the most surprising thing ever. Not think we we're going to sell that many ducks, and then we ended up doing so. It's getting pretty nasty out here in Tennessee right now, guys. Look at this camera over here in Stewart County. This is just west of Clarksville. This is a west-moving cluster of thunderstorms right now. How about a calendar? I'm going to try to do a calendar this year. We're going to do that later this year for 2027. We're going to try to make something happen. Glad you're back, Max. Yeah, we could have been back a couple times. I don't know. I looked at the weather and stuff. I was kind of on the fence of going live yesterday or even the day before. There wasn't enough happening even yesterday. It was really minimal. There was a tornado warning in Dickinson, North Dakota about a week ago. Wow, it's really windy here. Or not a week ago, a few days ago. I think it was back on Monday, but there wasn't much with it. This is the first time that we've been live since June 27th, by the way, which is about 5 days. We haven't been live in 5 days. Do you do weather or just chat? I'm doing the weather, man. Thank you for your concern, though, Julie. It is really windy over here in Stewart County, over in Dover, Tennessee. They just issued a new severe warning for 3 counties. Dover, not Dover, that's Stewart, Hudson, Houston, and Humphrey counties for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Pretty intense little cluster of thunderstorms right now moving across northern Tennessee at this hour, near the Tennessee Ridge. This is where the strongest wind is. That camera is kind of in this general area. These trees are holding strong. We had an ice storm here back at the beginning of the year. It's made all the trees kind of weak. Also, storm chaser Ryan Scholl
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Obviously, I can pull that all later.
is over
myself.
Madison, South Dakota. He has a pretty cool structure there. We just got a new tornado warning for Lake County. That's actually the storm that Ryan Scholl's on. So now I have a tornado warning here for Madison, South Dakota. Ryan Scholl is in the middle of this thing. So if you're over near Franklin, Rutland, we got to be taking shelter. Guys, Ryan Scholl has had 4 tornadoes today. Could he get 5? He might be able to here. He's under a tornado warning. He could get his 5th tornado today. He had 4 before he went live.
Yeah, why?
He's having a career day.
I'm not gonna be mad about it because like it is what it is. It's like, yeah, we're gonna watch it, I guess. Let's just pull off on the side of the road up here. I guess. Oh, the stream. It's.
Go back to him in a second, but he's in the middle of this tornado warning here, just northwest of Sioux Falls. And we're watching down here for that tornado threat. Basically, a little hook that's reaching out to our outflow boundary, and that's going to try to lead to a tornado threat here. Ryan Scholl has a really good view of this storm now.
Yeah.
Should be fine. I'll leave a little room for you though, because again, I don't think there was really anyone coming down this road. If there's someone, I'll just move. Let's see what we can find, I guess. New tornado. Dude, they're right in the path. Those people need to get out of there. That is not a good situation in Madison.
I mean...
What's going on? What's in Madison?
There's a for this it was a softball going on in Madison, and of course there's a new tornado warning. That's not a good situation for them.
Bro, they're playing
to a shelter immediately. Hopefully they can get going to do that.
Bro, they got a softball game going on over here in Madison right now. There's the wall cloud right there. There's a full-blown softball game happening inside of this tornado warning.
Yeah, well, let's stay here. We're chilling. If we just go all the way to 29, that's fine too.
There's a large wall cloud there.
What was that?
Sirens.
Yeah, probably.
What state are we in? South Dakota. It says it on the bottom there.
They're so faint. Yep. Sirens are going off in Madison, South Dakota.
Ryan Scholl has
One more
had 4
tornado
tornadoes intercepted on his own stream today.
Yeah.
You could get his 5th today.
All the better view we got at this point. Yeah, that's so creepy.
We'll continue to keep an eye on him. The latest radar scan, again, I'm not seeing much rotation on radar. I'd be thinking, though, that tornado threat is going to have to happen somewhere down near this outflow boundary. It's really going to have to reach out there.
A new tornado warning.
We have another tornado warning for Hamlin County, South Dakota. That will be for that area up here, so near Watertown. Broad area of rotation. I don't know why that's really tornado warning, but they have issued a tornado warning for Haiti and Castlewood. If you are in this tornado warning, you need to take shelter and put as many walls between you from the outside as possible, and you've got to get away from windows in Hamlin County. All right, that little area of rotation is really on the backside of this line of thunderstorms, so it's going to kind of be behind all this rain, and that could lead to a spin-up tornado. Thank you, Kimberly, for the Venmo donation. It's windy, lightning, and rain in Oregon, Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin's getting hit pretty hard right now. I mean, again, the storms here I don't think are very tornadic, but the wind threat is going to be a bit more elevated for the next hour or two. Definitely going to hinder any sort of 4th of July barbecue plans that you have out here tonight. No fun by any means, but this is going to be our first round. We might have a second round of storms for those over near Racine and Beloit and Rockford here sometime around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or so. But the first round is coming through right now, going towards Janesville. There's some sort of a baseball game, I think, that was going on over here in Janesville, or softball. So a lot of softball games seemingly going on right now. Going back to Ryan Scholl, he's in the tornado warning in Madison, South Dakota.
Big blob of scary. Still not exactly sure why I got tornado warning though.
Ryan Scholl doesn't know why it was tornado warned. I don't either, to be honest. I didn't issue it. So don't blame me. Hey, photo for the super chat.
I really don't know. I mean, that's the only like thing I see.
What do you think? What parameter do you think is the most underrated in severe weather forecasting? Probably lapse rates. I don't feel like lapse rates are looked at enough.
Like, no doubt about it.
But there's a lot of. I would say it's probably the most underrated. I think the most overrated is instability. Instability is so overrated. You can get significant tornadoes and all sorts of hazards with.
I am interested
10
because again,
joules per kilogram of instability.
Tiny,
it's just a measure of how unstable the atmosphere is.
Kind of right down there a little bit too.
It's like instability, in my opinion.
It could definitely do something. It's
kind of
I'm
overrated.
not gonna doubt it. Weird tornado warning though.
Thoughts on Sioux Falls tonight? Should be mainly a wind threat. We got some storms going off to your west right now. This is going to be the activity we got to watch. Actually, the storm near Milltown is broadly rotating right now, just west of Clayton. This could become a concern right here. I'll go right towards Sioux Falls. I would at least issue a low confidence max alert for Milltown and Clayton for the next like 30 minutes. This might become tornadic down the line here. Bridgewater, Dalton, Monroe. It's been undergoing some storm mergers. Doesn't look the healthiest right now, but this could become a concern. This would be the storm that's in line to go towards Sioux Falls here soon. The one near Spencer as well has a very weak area of convergence. I wouldn't say that's really tornadic, though. It's near the Golden View Colony. And the one that Ryan Scholl's on, it's very hard to tell what they exactly warned this for. I think it's down. I mean, again, I think they're just warning it because the outflow boundary and this area of rotation is trying to reach out to the hook or something like that. That'd be my only guess. Or that's the outflow boundary. That's my only guess, though. Ryan Scholl is looking at this right now. That's what it looks like live. And nope, we just lost him. All right, we'll go back to him in a second. Just south of Madison. Hey, Gilbert for the super chat. Nice tumbler. Where'd you get it? It was fan mail. I have a lot of tumblers that I've gotten fan mailed.
Wow, this is creepy.
Look at the cell in Meade County. It's insane. Look. Guessing
I
it's
will upload footage later. Probably come out tomorrow morning.
Where's Meade County?
Down for
Look it up.
South.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we probably can go to the interstate and just kind of figure it out. Dude, this is very
I don't know where Meade County is. Isn't that north of here? Finally, no sus thumbnails. I know, right? We went from having the most sus thumbnails ever to an actual normal thumbnail today. We've changed, guys. We've changed. Look at this. Oh, this one wasn't that sus. The one from 4 days ago. We had two that were sus. The one from 7 days ago and the one from 6 days ago. I'd say it's a pretty normal thumbnail today, for the most part. Hey, Ben for the super chat. I am not sure yet. It should be sometime soon. I don't have a date, though.
No.
I don't want to give anybody false hope. We originally thought it would be sometime in the middle of June, and it's gotten delayed. But they're working hard on it. Bro. You know what's crazy is that this tweet from the Storm Prediction Center on Twitter had over 5 million views for an SPC outlook that is diabolical. 6,000 likes, 1,600 retweets. This was back on June 24th. That is insane. No post from the Storm Prediction Center hardly ever gets that much engagement. So that's pretty funny.
Because I thought like, oh, this one's done because it has that.
Back to Ryan Scholl on the tornado warning here near Lake Madison.
Being up a little closer. 2,000 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. Tornado warning still in progress. We do not see a tornado on the ground at all, though, which is good. Because that's straight from Madison, and there's softball stuff going on there.
Scott says, worry about the thousands attending the Summerfest in Milwaukee tonight. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Milwaukee. I mean, right now, the severity of the line is not that high. It's going to be 60-mile-per-hour winds, but we'll keep an eye on Milwaukee. It is in western South Dakota. Let me check it out. We got a lot of storms out here in western South Dakota right now. Are you talking about this one right here? Yeah. It looks pretty wild. I wouldn't say this is actually that crazy, though. It actually almost tried to reach out to this boundary, which could have led to a tornado threat over here. But yeah, the storm is definitely more of just a hailstorm. It's up to golf ball size. If it can latch that boundary somehow, there will definitely be a tornado risk, but it's also in like literally the middle of nowhere. There's hardly any roads here, so. CJ has a fire? Is that Evansville, Wisconsin? Oh, dang. There's a whole blown fire over here. This is over in... This is near Stoughton. That might be from lightning. Got a fire truck, a police officer on the scene. We got some problems.
We're gonna move up a little bit. Do we see something better?
It's not the first time that we've had a lightning fire on stream. I definitely think this might be that.
Smart car, nice.
Hey, Hayden for the super chat. Shout out to Amy and Darren. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Damn.
That's a big fire. Jeez. All sorts of emergency response on the scene there. Stoughton? Stoughton? I'm guessing that's a house, right?
That is a huge fire.
Jeez. Not small. This is next to the Madison Airport. Or Matson Airport, excuse me. Not Madison, but Matson. I live in Stoughton. Got multiple people tuning in from Stoughton right now. Stoughton, Wisconsin. MH at the sewer chat said, still at my daughter's softball game in Janesville, taking my kids and getting out. No one weather around me. Another yikes. Got to put some max velocity billboards at that game. Could be a plane. I don't know what it is. I think it's just.
Thank you for subscribing. Whoa, yeah.
I think it's just a structure fire, right? Couldn't fully tell. It looked like a structure fire.
God, I wish we could get closer.
Is that a structure fire?
Yeah, look at the inferno in here.
I got left on red. W. Probably a lightning strike. Barn fire according to scanner. All right, so it sounds like it might be a barn.
Yep, barn fire.
Okay, that is a barn fire. Is that a structure fire?
Yep, barn fire.
Go back over to Ryan Scholl. Oh, we continue to see that unfold. Ryan Scholl has pretty crazy structure in Madison, South Dakota. This is still tornado warned right now.
Fire.
Yeah, you got lucky max in the time you pulled
I don't think it needs to be tornado warned though.
Not? I hope not, man.
up. It'd be fun.
Go back over to CJ here. They're talking about the fire too. Hopefully there's no animals that are inside or anything like that. That's another concern with this being a barn.
Holy crap.
Smoke is pretty thick. Obviously the rain helps, but
Seriously?
it's not helping enough. Will there be a lot of thunder and lightning going to Waukesha? I think Waukesha is going to have definitely plenty of rain. Lightning's a little bit more questionable.
We are on the east side.
Looks like the smoke is getting a
Highway
little
51,
bit less
on the
thick.
east side of town.
Hopefully it's
Or just
getting
outside
taken
of
out right now.
Town on the east side.
Yeah, if you're sitting, this is next to the
plume of
Stoughton, or this is like on the east side of Stoughton near the Matson Airport. We believe this could have been caused by lightning. Obviously, it could have been caused by really anything, but lightning would probably be the higher likelihood of this fire being caused, just based off the timing of the storm as well coming in. Hey, rise to the sewer chat. I appreciate that, Rise. I didn't see the other ones, but I appreciate the super chat. Thoughts on central North Dakota tonight? Should be mostly straight line wind.
Oh, dude. I don't know if you can top that. But, like, my fun factor? Definitely today.
This is the line that we're talking about right now. The more intense storm with this line is actually going towards Milwaukee. And I know there's some sort of event. Somebody mentioned it in the chat. There's some sort of big event going on in Milwaukee tonight. But Milwaukee, West Bend, you guys are going to be in the path of the more intense part of this line. The one near Janesville is definitely a lot weaker in nature. The severe thunderstorm warning is still for 60-mile-per-hour winds, but I think the wind is lower than that. The bigger concern seems to be lightning, as it looks like that may have caused a fire. We also have some new storms going up west of Freeport, but at least for right now, those aren't too intense. Got a large cluster of storms right now between Ames and Manchester. This could produce an elevated flooding threat over the next few hours, but Yeah, if you're over in Milwaukee or any surrounding area, we're going to have a big wind threat coming in here shortly, and plenty of lightning and definitely some heavy rainfall to go along with that. Let's go back to this fire. It does look like the smoke is, again, getting a little bit less thick. And you can actually... Oh, maybe it isn't. Never mind. It does not look good. Wow, that is bad. Wow. We have better visibility, which is why it kind of looked less bad, but it actually looks it looks pretty bad. It's hard to tell what that barn really looks like and what's actually in it. Hopefully there's no animals or something, but that is a very, very dangerous fire.
Oh, wait, what do we have traffic putting up behind us?
You can faintly make out the structure there. It's just a plume of smoke. It's thick smoke too.
Wow, look at those plumes of smoke just billowing out.
Yeah, Max t-shirt with Max's face on it. No, you don't. Black smoke is usually rubber.
Fire.
Black smoke can be a lot of different things, but definitely possible. That's not getting any better though, and I know that, or at least it's not getting much better. I mean, it's probably getting better, but it's not getting much better. Looks like it's not nearly as wide. Yeah, you definitely don't want to see black smoke, which is what we're seeing right now. It's like spiraling in ways. It's like almost swirling. Man. Ryan Scholl has a, oh, he did have a good view. He's on that tornado warning in Madison, South Dakota. A pretty good view of this storm right now. Still tornado warned.
Yeah, it looks very sus. I don't think it's producing any tornado. I wouldn't produce a tornado at this rate.
Sus. It is sus. And Marvelous for the super chat. Milwaukee's having Summerfest. Muse is headlining. I mean, MKE storms usually split. Yeah. Got the Milwaukee Dome. Is Milwaukee Dome a new thing? What is that noise? It's a factory farm, probably were animals inside. Well, that's not good. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully the animals were not there. I'm gonna look at Google Maps and see what exactly this looked like. Maybe I can get a better idea of what it actually looked like. An ambulance going by now. Isn't always a good sign, especially next to this. It's next to the Matson Airport on US Highway 1. You know, I'm looking at a map. I can't tell what farm it is. I don't know if that's a farm. It almost looks like a house. No, it is a barn. Yeah, it's hard. I'm looking at Google Street View, and it's like there's, I think it's like two different buildings. It's like a barn and then something else, and the barn is the thing that's on fire. What happened? We think lightning may have struck this barn, and it's gone to flames here over just southeast of Madison, Wisconsin. It's a good reminder, obviously, stay vigilant during severe warnings, or even just during any storm, because cloud to ground lightning can be a problem, and we've already seen a couple of fires this year on live streams from lightning. This might be one. Again, we can't confirm for sure, but it's probably lightning. We have new severe thunderstorm warning over in Tennessee. That'll be back down off to the west of Nashville. Got all sorts of storms over here. Paris, you guys are under that new severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. These storms are again moving east to west right now. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning near Huntsville, Alabama, Madison, and Limestone. Got a little pop-up storm here that'll be producing some 60-mile-per-hour winds. Hail threat very low. Got some other thunderstorms between Birmingham and Greenville that are just kind of pop-up thunderstorms. Nothing too severe out of that activity right now. No severe warnings anymore in Iowa, at least for the time being, but it is messy out there. Got a lot of lightning, some small hail and gusty winds will be on the table for the next few hours. We have 2 tornado warnings in effect right now across South Dakota. We got one near Castlewood and Haiti, which rotation on this has been, in my opinion, broad and not enough for a tornado warning. The one near Madison has also been kind of, I don't think there's any need for a tornado warning with this either. Outflow boundary is well out in front of that supercell. Back over near Clayton and Milltown, that one did try to rotate. Doesn't look as tornadic as a few minutes ago. But we'll see if this thing can become a bit more organized. This is going to be the storm activity that'll head towards the Sioux Falls area. So if you live in Sioux Falls or Hartford, we got to watch out for the organization of this supercell as it continues to track to the east over the next couple of hours. And then Wisconsin, we got a large line here that's kind of gone into just small little segments. It's not really as intense as before, mainly a gusty wind threat. We do have a little max alert for Juneau, as well as Horicon, Mayville, and Iron Ridge. That is going to be for up to $half size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds in Dodge County. So other than that, wind, hail, low tornado risk for Wisconsin for the next couple of hours. That fire's still going. Again, the smoke here does not look nearly as thick, but it is still going here, unfortunately, in Stoughton. Not what you want to see. Right before the 4th of July, too. Gotta think about it, too. Like, right before the 4th of July, people want to go do stuff. They have plans. They want to just chill and go watch fireworks. And now this family probably won't be able to have the same 4th of July as they thought. We believe this is, again, a barn. That is what it looks like. There's a home, I believe, that is detached from this. I don't think they're attached, which is good, but regardless. Might have had animals in there. They dark for the gift. It really does not seem to be getting much better. You can still see the fire, and then you can see all the thick smoke. That hasn't really improved much. Stoughton. Am I setting off fireworks? No. I live in Florida. You can go like almost anywhere and just watch fireworks yourself. I don't feel like buying fireworks. Thank you, Toddy, for the super chat. I have some 4th of July plans. I'm not sure if we're gonna be live or not tomorrow. If we have to be here. If I don't have to be here tomorrow, I'm gonna go chill for the 4th of July. Kind of take next couple days off. Might have a video though, or maybe a couple videos. The risk for severe weather tomorrow is also elevated. I mean, today's a giant area. Like, this is covering so many places. We got enhanced risk of severe weather over in the northern plains, got a slight risk into the Midwest. Tomorrow barely moves. So I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to take the day off tomorrow, but we do have an enhanced risk of severe weather in place for the Omaha, Nebraska area, just west of Des Moines, and then a slight risk for Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, New York City, and back over to Sioux Falls. Large marginal threat of severe weather. It's a giant area. And then for your 4th of July, severe weather is going to continue from Colorado back into New York City and Connecticut. Come to St. Pete Beach for the 4th fireworks. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, but I don't think that was in my plans. I don't know where I'm going exactly. I might be going to Disney, to be honest. I've been invited to go. I might do that. This is the fire, by the way, where it's located. This is on the Google Map view. So it does look like that is what's on fire right there. It's a barn. And there's a home or a couple homes. I don't know, a garage maybe and a home that's not attached. So the barn is the thing that is burnt down. what it looks like. You kind of see it from the Google Street View. It's very, very faintly. You can barely see it. You can kind of see it a little bit more in there, but that's what's burning down. It's that red barn. And CJ just zoomed back into the fire. It's not getting much better, guys. I think that barn might just be gone. It looks like it's just burning down. They steal the gift. Why aren't you on Facebook? Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot. Forgot to set it up. It doesn't automatically do it. I have to do it manually. Man. Unfortunately, the rain did not do much to take out this fire or anything. I think that barn is probably close to gone. If not, it's going to be gone. I don't think there's much saving it, unfortunately. Not what you want to see. Hey, Gracer for the super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been a few times. I mean, I'm local. That's the reason why. Local to it. Smoke is literally swirling. This is such a bad fire. I mean, like it looked like it might be getting better like 5-10 minutes ago. It just isn't. It's getting worse again. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's not what you want to see. Watching from Waukesha. Appreciate you tuning in. Who else tuning in from Stoughton, Wisconsin? That's where this is located. This whole fire's breaking out. Man, the smoke just got worse again. It's hard to see what's going on in there because of all the trees, but I mean, it's gotten thick again. More emergency response. Jeez, it's terrible. Some barn is on fire. I don't know if the house is caught in flames or anything like that, or if it's okay. I mean, all we can see is the red barn through the trees. There's some people checking in here just outside where this is located. Somebody north of Whitewater saying some big wind gusts are coming through. But Milwaukee's about to get hit by this line of thunderstorms. Mostly gusty winds. Not a whole lot of lightning anymore near Whitewater, but there's still a little bit. Much lower lightning count than we had before. Strongest storm is going into West Bend right now. We have 60-mile-per-hour winds near West Bend, Mayville, Lamira, and near Menominee Falls. So if you're in Dodge, Fond du Lac, or Washington counties, looking at a pretty significant wind threat. Storm chaser CJ Ziegler is about to put up his drone, so we'll have a bit of a closer view of this here in a second. He's getting that prepped and ready to go. Just really unfortunate situation. I mean, this is still going. It's not a small fire, that's for sure. It hasn't really improved ever since we've looked at it about 15-20 minutes ago. Thank you, Alice, for becoming a member. Menominee Falls is such a long name that people don't even know how to spell it in my chat. Menominee Falls, yes, you guys are in the path. Look at the, wow, look at the ash and stuff. You got ash flying out of the sky right towards CJ. You see that? Literally ash flying out of the sky here. Part of the barn and some other stuff. What weather app do you use, Max? WeatherFront. And download it with the top link in the description of the live stream. Did the storm start the fire? I think so. Smoke is, again, not nearly as thick. We'll continue to monitor the situation, especially if he puts up his drone. It does not look good. But this line of storms that, again, may have caused the fire. We don't really know for sure. Again, we don't really know the cause. I don't want to speculate, but there's a chance it could have been clouded ground lightning. And if it was, I mean, this line now is going through West Bend near Milwaukee. It's still producing 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. We got a strong thunderstorm also near Freeport that's starting to intensify with lightning. Could produce a gusty wind threat going towards Rockford. Got storms literally everywhere right now in central and eastern Iowa. Very high coverage of storms between Ames and Cedar Rapids and Manchester. We got a large line also heading towards the Sioux Falls area. I'm not sure the storm to the west of Sioux Falls is going to become very tornadic, but we'll have to wait and see. It could evolve into something tornadic. Parker, Lennox, Harrisburg, you guys are on the path of this storm over the next hour and a half. Got one up here north of Del Rapids. That's the one that Ryan Scholl is on. This had a tornado warning not long ago, but you can see the outflow boundary. It's well out in front of the supercell, so pretty low chance that's going to be actually tornadic. And we also have a severe warning for Yellow Medicine and Lac Qui Parley counties, county in Minnesota. That'll be for 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. Thank you, Kimberly, for the Venmo donation. I live in Oregon, and we just sent another fire engine towards that Stoughton fire. And CJ is now droning to this fire here. Hey, RJE for the super chat. I appreciate you tuning in from Raleigh. It's like those two people might be watching the fire. Not sure if that's what they are doing or something along those lines. Got a lot of fire trucks here. Look at all that water. It's very easy for this fire to spread too because of all the trees around. And that's, wow. Yeah, that's bad. Wow. That is a bad fire. Man. Terrible. He has a thermal camera too, which is what he's using here. What does this fire have to do with weather? Probably started from the weather. Probably was clouded ground lightning. A really bad situation there, and this line is still pushing towards Milwaukee. Just got a special marine warning east of Milwaukee. That'll be for gusty winds. These storms will eventually move across Lake Michigan not too long from now. The grain silo still stands. Hey, fire for the super chat. Firefighters trying to take out the fire right now with the hose. Yeah, that barn is just gone. The grain silo looks like it's still doing okay. Looks like this fire went back into maybe a shed or something on the back side of the home too. Purple says the fire could have been from the hay. That camera really zooms in. Yeah, this drone is really high quality. Luckily, those vehicles were not touched there. That would have made this fire way worse. Maximum may things fire up in northwest Iowa. Within the next hour or two should be really when things start getting going over there. We have a storm west of Sioux Falls that we're watching, but storm should start to increase in activity over the next couple hours. Thankfully, the you know, the home and the garage weren't touched. Again, I think the fires would have been way worse if it hit that, but also hopefully no wildlife or anything like that were involved. Unknown as of right now. Michelle says this heat and weather needs to go back south. They moved to Wisconsin from Alabama for this. Flying curd season, I guess. I don't know what that is, pajamas, but thank you for tuning in. Getting bad flashbacks to the Culver's barn right now. The Culver's barn was a really sad day. That entire day. Really, really sad. We lost a very iconic landmark in Wisconsin. Hey, Alexis for the gift. I never got to see the Culver's barn IRL. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest, until that happened. Continue to keep an eye on it. No big updates again on all of our storms right now. We've been kind of watching things evolve and no major updates. We do have a storm that went up near Huntsville. That thing's still blown up in size, mainly a hail and wind threat. Probably got some quarter-sized hail falling north of Madison now. Mainly looking at a wind threat, though, with that little pop-up thunderstorm. The severe warning for Paris and Camden was upgraded to 70 miles per hour winds. So, Big Sandy, Camden, Paris, per year, get ready for up to 70 mile per hour winds as these storms continue to truck off to the west. Flash flood warning still in effect for Clarksville for the next hour and a half. If you are traveling near Clarksville, turn around, don't drown. We've had a lot of people drive through flooded waters recently. It is not a smart idea. Western Kansas, we got a line of thunderstorms that is slowly moving from west to east in Stevens, Grant, Morton, and Stanton counties. That is for 60 mile per hour winds and $50 sized hail. And then we also have a severe warning for Quinter, Park, and Grainfield, and that is producing also some 60 mile per hour winds and also quarter-sized hail. The storm south of Goodland just went up as well. Probably will become severe here soon. It's heading up towards I-70. No major wind threat with that. We also have a tornado possible severe warning in Colorado. That is in Morgan and Washington counties. Not seeing anything too wild with that storm either. Only tornado warning that we currently have is near Watertown, which will be allowed to expire in 9 minutes. I do not see there being a reason for a tornado warning anymore, but it is still in effect for the time being. And if you live over near Sioux Falls, this is what you got to watch right here. All right, should be mainly a wind threat, but we could see an isolated tornado and maybe some large hail. How bad is Bismarck going to get? I don't think it'll be too bad tonight. Hey, JF for the sewer chat. I was hoping for some cheese curd-sized hail. What is this fire? It's near the Matson Airport. It's like a barn that caught fire. The fire's not fully out, but it's way less bad as before. I mean, we had thick black smoke before. And that's mostly white smoke, so that's definitely an improvement. Fire's still going. It's going to be going for a while, but at least it's a little bit better than before. We have a new severe warning in Callaway County, Kentucky. That'll be for some wind over near Murray. All being shot off by an outflow boundary right now. So it looks like over in Paris, which we'll start to see some wind here in a few minutes. Conditions are going to get worse and worse. Got a big rain shaft over there on the left, too, from that other camera. Also, Nathan has a pretty crazy looking storm, guys. Look at this. Over in Salem, North Dakota. Look at that shelf cloud. Really curved. This looks like a boomerang. Hey, Florida for the gift. It's a big wall cloud that is not a wall cloud. A shelf cloud. Pretty cool though. Ryan Scholl's storm over in Madison, South Dakota is becoming very outflowy. You can actually see the leading edge of the outflow boundary all the way out in front there. This is like that outflow boundary is like 5 to 10 miles out in front of the line now. Memphis should just be an isolated wind and hail threat. The severe weather here in the Tennessee Valley should only last maybe another like hour and a half, 2 hours. We're still in an extreme heat warning here in Lima, Ohio. I heard about that. Yeah, there's a pretty extreme heat threat over in Ohio too. It's happening all across the Tennessee Valley and up into the Northeast. I mean, we're shattering records across the country right now. Like record-breaking heat. We have 100-degree temperatures over near Washington D.C. too. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning west of Milwaukee, over in Waukesha, Brookfield, Menominee Falls. That is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. So if you are tuning in from Milwaukee, now is your time to start staying alert here for at least a damaging wind threat. Looking to see if we have any cameras picking up on that wind right now. This is a live shot here looking in this general area. Mostly gusty winds for the time being. I'm going along the interstate here. I'm not seeing much. This is on along I-94. This camera's bouncing up and down, but I think it's just loose. Rebel, what slot? I don't see it on here. Put it in slot 1. We got a drone shot over in Huntsville, Alabama right now. That's the storm that is over in Huntsville. Look at that little small storm. It's very cute. Very small. Very tiny little thunderstorm over here on the west side of Huntsville. This thing's producing maybe up to quarter-sized hail and some downburst damaging winds of around 60 miles per hour. Shout out to Revel on our team with the drone shot. Very nice. Back to that fire. You can also watch Storm Chaser CJ Ziegler inside of the free WeatherFront app. You can download it with the top link in the description below. Ryan Scholl's in Madison, South Dakota.
I like
He's intercepted 4 tornadoes today. Thank you, John, for the super chat. No problem.
Maybe what I consider in the future, maybe. It's not like something I would totally throw out the door. You know,
Thank you, Amber, for the gift.
But just, I'm all right.
So sick of this heat. Who is not sick of the heat? Like, let's be real. I'm sick of it. Granted, I'm in Florida, so I'm kind of just used to it at this point. But, like, I'm sick of it, too. Hey, Toddy. Having dinner in the basement once again, watching Max. We're eating dinner in the basement. Michelle says this heat and weather needs to go back south. Oh, I already read that one. Yeah, it does. It's too hot up here. Caleb says, hello, good sir. Hi. Bruh. Got somebody tuning in from Cedar Rapids. Everything is moving north away from me. And they're sad about it, apparently. They are all pretty much moving off to your north. With this outflow boundary continuing to go south, though, we could see something pop near your neck of the woods here soon. I love the heat. I'm not like a huge fan of it. Like, I don't mind it personally. Like, living in Florida, the temperature is like the same every day. Look at Florida. When is it not like around 90 to 100 degrees? Like, these are the actual temperatures. It's 90 in Orlando, 92 in Tampa, 86 in Jacksonville. That's actually a little bit chilly for this time of the year, coming out at a whopping 86, you know? Like, this is typical. But the heat going all the way up here to the north, like Boston being 97 right now is pretty wild. Oklahoma City at 92. Milwaukee's at 90. Chicago is somewhere around 90 as well. kind of right along the Lake Michigan area. But yeah, it's hot. Detroit's 94, and then if you factor in the dew points and what it actually feels like, I mean, we got some feel-like temperatures near 110 in Paducah. Paducah's 110. Nashville's dropped because of the storms nearby. Raleigh and Richmond are near 110. Washington, D.C. is coming in at a blistering 110 degrees. Not ideal. Pretty terrible conditions. We have a new flash flood warning over in Marshall, Grundy, Blackhawk, and as well as Tama counties. So if you're in Conrad, between that and Hudson, got a lot of rain that has fallen here over the last few hours. If we head on over to the MRMS radar product in terms of total rain that has fallen, right now, at least in terms of the 24-hour interval of our flooding threat, this is about a 1 in 17-year flooding event near Rhinebeck, Iowa. And in terms of total precipitation, we're coming in somewhere within the last 3 hours. We've had about 2 to 3 inches of rain. And over the last 6 hours, about 4.5 inches of rain just outside of Rhinebeck and Grundy Center. Feels like 103 in Detroit. It's too hot. Got to cool it down. Got to turn on the ACs. We got to make the entire town an AC. We got to start building like some massive AC units. I don't think it'd be very productive. But we might be able to get some snow if we do that during this time of the year. It'd take one heck of an AC unit to do that. I also do not think that'd be very good for the environment either. If we had a huge AC unit just cooling down one major city and then it's heating up everything else around it, I don't think that's really probably that good of an idea. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like a great idea until it isn't. I'm ready for the temperatures to go back into like the 60s and 70s over here in Florida. That's when you get the jacket out, the coat, get the sweatpants on. It's great.
Wait, what? I saw my... We get a good room for $74 tonight. Not bad.
Was Michigan Storm Chasers in the chat?
Earlier today, but they kept jacking up the price because it was like they was trying to do like for July like 27th or something.
Yeah.
That should work.
Should I be worried in New Berlin, Wisconsin? I wouldn't be too concerned, honestly. It's going to be mostly just straight line damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. The fire is almost all out. Another fire truck. Fire's almost out. That's still going. Never mind. That like, you know, this is pretty crazy. That camera on the left, I mean, that's insane. You can actually see the flames and stuff that are still going even behind the thick smoke, which you can't see with a normal camera. It's pretty sick. I see Michigan Storm Chasers now. How's it going? What up? 60s is beach weather? What? Nobody's going to the beach when it's 60 degrees outside. Nobody's doing that. If you're doing that, you're crazy. I am? No, you're not. Stop lying. Stop the cap. I would say the best part about this little line that's moving into Milwaukee is that the temperatures are going to drop. There's an outflow boundary that reaches all the way down towards Rockford, and that's going to push, cool air into areas like Rockford. It's going to act like a mini cold front, so it's going to get actually kind of nice down here in Rockford here in a few short minutes. If you're in Rockford, you'll definitely feel the temperature drop. Regardless of you getting rain or not, you are definitely going to feel the drop of temperature. I mean, right now the temperature in Janesville, Monroe's, or at least this was an hour ago, but it was about 85, and then behind it, Madison's in the 70s. So it's definitely going to cool down, guys. Nice little cool down. You can actually go over to the observations too with the METAR data, and you can see Janesville currently is coming in at 75 degrees. Granted, it's still humid, but it's not as bad. Rockford's at 88. Freeport's at 79. You can see the wind change directions. It's, again, basically like a mini cold front over here in the Midwest. That's always good to see. And if you do get hit by rain, you have a much better chance of actually dropping below 70. Hey, Polly, for the $100 super chat, saying thank you for the coverage. Makes our local channels obsolete. That was in the chat for Polly. Really appreciate the support. Thank you also to Tina for the super chat. Just joined your stream from Illinois. We need some rain. It's been miserable out there the last couple days. Well, hopefully here soon you're going to get some rain, but I think tomorrow is going to probably be your best shot of actually seeing legit rainfall. Tomorrow's severe weather event does look a little bit interesting. This is what it looks like in the Midwest for tomorrow. Should have a nice little line of thunderstorms move through. I think the tornado risk overall will be low. Damaging winds will be possible. But this will cool things down. Temperature's going to drop once this moves through, which will be nice. And over here in the Central Plains, we should have several storms over here during the afternoon. Could even have a supercell near Grand Island or Lincoln that could produce some level of a tornado threat. We'll see. Tornado threat tomorrow is also at 2%. And the 4th of July morning will be a little bit soggy out there in Iowa and Missouri. Thank you, Kel, for becoming a member. Thank you, Husker, for the super chat. Did I move to Central Florida because of Disney? No. Honestly, I moved to Central Florida more because of the fact that I don't want to be near the coastline if we get a hurricane. I'm not trying to get slapped by a hurricane. All right. If I'm getting slapped by a hurricane, it better be inland. That way I can keep my power and stuff and be able to be alive. Hey, Nashville for the gift. I do like the coastlines, though. I do wish I could live closer to the coast, but I kind of made the decision to not be there. Thank you, Allie, for the super chat. Savannah bananas are in Iowa this weekend. Stores will make it interesting. Watching from Iowa City. Nice. That's a big event. Savannah bananas are really big. They've blown up a lot over the last few years. It's become extraordinarily popular. I'm getting messaged by people saying I would absolutely go to the beach in the 60s. No, you're not. What is like the lowest temperature that anybody would go to the beach in and actually go swimming in it? Like, let me know in the chat. What is like the lowest temperature? I'm not talking about the highest. I'm talking about the lowest temperature that you would physically go into the ocean for. 40? You're banned. You're not going in the water at 40 degrees. 2 people said 40. You guys are insane. 55? You guys need help. There's no way we're going in the ocean at 40 degrees. 80, 70. I've seen a lot of 85, 70s. Like I think the coolest I'd probably go in is like 75, maybe. Depends on the ocean temperature. If the ocean's like, you know, if the ocean temperature is like over 80, I'll go in at like 75. But otherwise, it needs to at least be 80. No wetsuit. No wetsuit. Now we're just talking straight up swimming. It's you, your bikini, or your swimsuit, nothing else. That's all it is.
But it kind of looks one. View is playing tricks on me.
Polar plunge, you live under a rock. No, I don't, but we're not, there's just no shot we're doing polar plunges too. I'm talking like, you need to be in there for like 15 minutes. All right, that's the minimum time. You gotta be in there for 15 minutes.
What is that there in the
You're swimming. No wetsuit. You gotta stay in there.
It looks like a little bit. It looked like a little bit of a tease for a minute, but it went away pretty quick.
Yeah,
Lake Michigan, I've seen people swimming in the 40s.
First glanced up.
Bro, that's just
You're
it's
screaming,
so
like,
cold.
Cool tornado.
No
and
shot.
then Boom! It was gone.
Thanks for the great chase today.
It's too cold.
Thank you for the biddies. Appreciate that. What's going on with this?
Hey, Theo for the super chat. Anyone saying that we're going in the ocean below 80 is lying. Yeah, if you're going in the ocean below 80, I mean, again, the only way, like maybe against 75. I would say anything under 65 is crazy. All right, but if it's like between 65 and 70, like it's conditional. It really just depends on the water temperature, in my opinion. And if that water temperature is at or below that temperature, I think it's just crazy still. I did go swimming in, I think it was Gloucester, Massachusetts when I was younger. All right, and if I don't know if you guys know where that is, but that's over here. Some of you might not even know where Massachusetts is, but that's over here. It's over near Ipswich. And the water temperature a lot of the time would be in like the low to mid 60s, so it wouldn't be great, but it'd be in the low to mid 60s at like the peak of the year. And the temperature for the most part would be in like the 80s anytime I went. And like that, I think is sufficient. Like the outdoor temperature needs to be warm enough for me to go in the water. That's, again, it's situational. It's also the warmest that water even gets. And honestly, the low 60s are still brutal. Like, it is not fun. It needs to be like 65 to 70 to at least be somewhat comfortable. Fire's still not done yet here. It's still going, unfortunately. I've only been to the ocean twice. I'm gonna be honest, I've been to the ocean maybe probably like 30, 40 times, but like I feel like I've not gone to the ocean enough for literally almost living next to an ocean in Florida. Or like anywhere. Now, I did live in Texas for a few years. There was no such thing as an ocean. I had to drive like 8 hours to get to the ocean there. Hopefully everybody's all right. Storms are about to move into Milwaukee. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning north of Milwaukee. It does not include the downtown area, but it does include Port Washington, back up towards Cascade and Sheboygan. It'll be for 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. It's about the highest threat that this line of storms is currently producing. And right now in Milwaukee, doesn't, again, look too shabby at this moment. That's what it looks like out there currently at the Fiserv Forum. Got some birds flying around. That's what it also looks like at the Steelmeyer building. This is looking, I believe, east. Maybe south. Conditions aren't too terrible down near Milwaukee right now. Is that the Bucks Stadium? I'm pretty sure it is. Sword Chaser John McKinney's on the storm near
Step out.
Nino, South Dakota.
Let us.
This storm's become really outflow really quickly. There was at least a low chance this could have tried to produce a tornado near Sioux Falls. The outflow boundary is really far in front of this line now. So it does look like the tornado risk is lower for the time being there. Hey, you not your average for the super chat? If you think 60 is bad, you would not fare well living in Iowa. I love 60-degree temperatures, but not the dew point. Or not the dew point. Like the water temperature. Water temperature needs to at least be like 65, 70 for me to get excited. What is going on in this camera? Oh, is that a stop sign? Not gonna lie, that thing like there on the left, that looks like a person. Anybody agree? Look, he looks like a person. Did lightning cause the fire? If I had to guess, it probably did. Fiserv is where the Bucks play. Back to our 3-cam view here. Am I on Sirius XM? No. Be kind of cool though. I don't know how we'd be on Sirius XM. It's hard to like. Hey, we're doing live weather coverage, right? I don't know how exactly people would interpret it if we're doing it on radio. I think we have enough description though, to the point where it could be on radio. I don't know. If Sirius XM wants me on their radio, reach out to me. I don't know if any of those people are even watching. Could happen though. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in western Minnesota for Yellow Medicine, Lac Qui Parle counties for 70-mile-per-hour winds. We also just got a new severe warning from Pipestone back up towards Arco. That is for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So again, this line is still pretty intense. It's already produced multiple tornadoes today. In case you guys did not see, Ryan Scholl had one heck of a day today. And he was intercepting all sorts of tornadoes out here across South Dakota. Let me show you guys just a few of them. This is a photo here from Ryan Scholl earlier of a large cone tornado. That kind of scared me for a second. That's right there. His cone tornado we saw earlier. This is a video of it as well.
Oh my God, look at that.
Hey, Steven for the super chat. Saskatchewan has a tornado warning. I'll check it out in a second.
Oh my goodness, look at that! I'm getting around these cars. So we can get a little bit further north.
How's Minneapolis look tonight? Should be a late night threat for damaging wind gusts. This is also from Storm Chaser Ryan Scholl, another video here.
Go, 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 go. Actually, we should just get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's this gonna stop?
Oh, it's already like...
No, don't go!
Don't go away.
Don't go! I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Max, you should have people watch with their eyes closed. And then we'll know if it's good for radio. Or do we have volunteers for that?
Tornado on the ground!
What time was this? It was like 4:30? That was about 3 actually. Right around 3 Central. With that tornado and like, I mean, he had 4 different tornadoes in like a 45-minute period. It was pretty crazy. The Hailnator has gone crazy today. No longer the Hailnator. He's the Tornator. I think that's how you say it. That's not an airball. I always watch max velocity with my eyes closed. Does that mean you fall asleep during streams? It's not very nice. We got a mesoscale discussion in New England. I don't know the last time we had a New England mesoscale discussion on one of our live streams. I don't think we're live very often for that. That's going to be for the potential of damaging winds near the international border over the next couple of hours. Also, over in Janesville, we were kind of concerned about the birds because of the storms coming through, but it looks like they're happy. They're happy little birds. It's also what it looks like in Lake Geneva. Got a lot of people over here at the dock. Some people coming in right now. Got some thunderstorms off to the north. Mostly gusty winds coming through Lake Geneva right now. We've had a couple of pop-up thunderstorms. I love this bird camera. I'm naming the one on the bird feeder Derek. The one on the bottom right is Marissa. That's the only birds I see right now. I don't even know what kind of bird that is. I'm not a bird spotter. It looks like a dove. Is that a dove? Actually, I'm gonna look up what a dove is. Dove is okay, it's not a, I'm not talking about the deodorant. Looks like a dove. Am I right? Is that a dove? Morning dove, am I right? Sheesh! I'm 1 for 1. Man, get me a badge or something. I've been waiting to get something right for a while. Some common sense questions. It's a morning dove. Literally, give me a trophy or something. It's a pigeon. Excuse me? Dove? It's a dove? Bro, whatever. All right. You say it funny? Bro, whatever. All right. At least I got, like, at least I knew what it was. I knew how to spell it. I looked up the dove deodorant, apparently, instead of the bird. Where are the other birds at? I want to find out another bird. And I can't assure you guys that I know what this is. This right here. One sec. I know what this is. Now that right there is an owl. The owl's facing the wrong way though. Yeah, the other owls too. Man, this turned into a wildlife stream. Thank you, BJ, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Can we get another bird? Come on. Were you educated in a public school? You would be correct. You would be correct. And I also have a degree, which is even more shocking. All the birds are gone. They left. I graduated college somehow. We got a new max alert over here in Iowa for Marshalltown. That'll be for up to 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Got some strong wind gusts going through the Marshall area right now. Oh, there's a bird. Is this a new bird? Oh, goodness. I don't know what that is. I'm going to look up a bird identification thing. Bird identification chart. This looks like an American goldfinch. It's not gold though, so it definitely ain't that. Let me see. Is it a cockatoo? Is that how you say it? I need a Wisconsin. You're killing me. What do you mean? These aren't. Oh, look at that bird. Look at that thing go. It's a starling. It's a burb. It looks like a starling. Oh, I don't see a starling on this bird identification chart. Oh yeah, no, I see it now. It's a European starling. Look at me. I'm learning birds here. I'm educating myself. Hey, Chases for the gift. And Stearns to the super chat. Really? That sucks. I didn't know about that. It might be a European starling. That's not a Starlink. I did not say Starlink. Oh my. Starlink is crazy. Seattle Seahawks bird there. I'm waiting for another bird. Do we have any more bird cameras? Oh, we do have this one. We have an eagle camera. It's over near Red Wing. Got a full-blown eagle camera over here. Can you fix that camera? Hey, Joey for the super chat. I didn't get a master's degree. Did not get a master's degree. This is like some random golf course right here. Nobody's sitting outside, though. That's over in Michigan. Look at all the people on the lake here in Lake Michigan today. Right before the 4th of July. Might have some fireworks going off tonight. Looks great. A lot of people out there today. Unfortunately, the weather might not cooperate very well tomorrow, at least for parts of Lake Michigan. Still no birds. Where are the birds at, though? We got a train over in Decatur, Alabama. We also got the Mississippi River State Park. This is where people cross the Mississippi River, right here. Hey, Walmart for the super chat. Purple finch, the white line. The white line above its eye gives it away. I guess, bro. Max Velocity, the future bird enthusiast. I know it. Thank you, Haley, for the Venmo donation. You know, dove bird is pronounced like dove, right? Yeah, well, now I know. Max, are we just watching any cameras possible? Looking through cameras. I don't know. The weather's pretty, I'd just say like average right now. Don't have a whole lot going on. This is actually a cool look at the storm over in Bellevue, Iowa. Got a lot of storms in Iowa right now. They're all producing some gusty winds. We got storms going through the north side of Milwaukee too. Outflow boundaries moving through Milwaukee. Temperature in Milwaukee should drop in a moment. It's currently about 90 degrees. That's not going to last much longer. Should drop down to about 80, maybe 75 here in a few minutes after that outflow boundary moves through. You can actually see the outflow boundary over the downtown area. That right there, that little cloud deck there, that's the leading edge of this little cluster of thunderstorms. Port Washington up near Menominee Falls is getting hit pretty hard. Michelle asks if there's a tornado coming. There's no tornado coming for you. We also got some pop-up storms going on over near Chicago. Got a little thunderstorm over Chicago. Got a couple others between Round Lake Beach and DeKalb. Over here in Iowa, we got a large cluster of thunderstorms still ongoing. No active warnings, though, outside of the flash flood warning that's in effect. It's been a little bit more tame over there. Over near Sioux Falls, we have a severe thunderstorm warning going towards Sioux Falls. Should be mainly a wind threat. The tornado risk with this little cluster is pretty low. The highest little pocket of wind is along 42. Velocities are being measured actually up to 68 miles per hour. So pretty intense winds there. Otherwise, just got a large outflow boundary here that's producing a more of a gusty wind threat. Also have a severe warning for Yellow Medicine, Lacqua Parle. That'll be for 60 mile per hour winds. And then we got some other severe warnings out there in Kansas. The most significant is south of Garden City near Euless. That is for golf ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour damaging wind gusts. And then Garden City is getting hit by 60 mile per hour winds. So generally speaking, again, the significance of the severe weather isn't as high as before. We don't have very many severe warnings across the Tennessee Valley either. The only severe warnings are near Paducah, Calvert City, and Mayfield, and those are going to be for 60 mile per hour winds with these storms that are moving from east to west right now. Hey, Alice, the super chat. I don't know if I want to get a bird identification app. All right, I got a cat identification app. When I first got my cat cheese curd, I did get a identification thing for that. I don't even remember what she is anymore. I might have to do it again, but she was like a mix, but slightly leaned towards something. I can't remember what. Look at all the birds here. We got a lot of birds now. I think that's a cardinal on the right. We got a 4th of July bird on the left. I don't know what that is. Looks blue. That's not a blue jay. Is that a red-winged blackbird right there? No, it doesn't have red wings. Maybe it's a red American robin. I almost called it a red robin. A red robin bird. Got the dove back, or dove. How do they spell dove? The red robin bird is actually crazy. I literally almost said red robin bird. Red robin. It's so terrible. Girlfriend update? There's no girlfriend update. I haven't had time. I've been too busy. Grosbecks? Wasn't there a quarterback in the NFL named Grosbeck? Hey, Yonder for the super chat. Yeah, this line is probably the worst for Milwaukee tonight. What is that blackbird right there? I can't really see it fully. Is that an American crow right there? Or is that a red-winged blackbird? Thoughts? And that thing flew off really quickly. Got a lot of red wings. All right, so it sounds like it's a red wing. What is that right there? That looks like a squirrel. Isn't that the bird that we were looking at earlier? That's the European starling. I'm getting better at birds. A lot of bird education happening right now. Way off topic in here. Hey, we're looking at the birds. Those birds are pretty close to these little storms that went up near Delavon and Waterford. We're keeping an eye on the birds too. You know, we gotta protect all populations, including the birds. Even though they might not have iPhones, they could get them. We haven't had a tornado warning in 44 minutes, fun fact. Keep up the birds in the full box. It's so peaceful. I'm going to start teaching things about birds. I'm going to become a bird educator. I'm going to become very knowledgeable in the bird space. We're going to see if we have any other bird cameras. We got so many random cameras. Don't we have fish cameras? Guys, we got a fish camera. We got the fish hatchery. Look at all these birds. What is that in the front of the screen? That kind of creeps me out. Is that seaweed? It's over in Ohio. Look at all the fish. Nothing makes me happier than seeing a bunch of fish. Thank you, Galaxy, for the super chat. I love how this gone from a weather stream to a bird stream. I'm not even mad about it. Do we have to rename our title to stream? We're watching fish. Gotta go find more birds. There is another fish camera down in Florida. I know that. I think it's near Miami. Look how beautiful it is down here, guys. It's stunning. This is the underwater camera. It literally sounds like it's underwater. Bro, what in the world? It literally sounds, I mean, it is underwater. It's funny that you can do the audio, though. I don't see the fish, though. Yeah, Rebel, you can. Here's another underwater camera. This reminds me of when I went on a cruise back last month. Or not last month. Last month, yeah, right. Back last year in December. Did some like snorkeling, kind of could see some of the fish and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. There's another fish camera right here. We just had a school of fish go by on that camera. I just missed it. How many underwater cameras are there? There's way too many. What about the tornado warning for Saskatchewan? Let me check it out. I kind of forgot that that was even issued. We don't really cover Canada, though, but I'll check it out. Where is alerts? I am tripping. I need to change my alerts back to default. That's way up here. Look at that tornado warning. Definitely looks like it's rotating, but it's also literally in, looks like the middle of nowhere. This is in Eye Hill, Grass Lake, I think counties. Regina right now is under a severe warning for probably some wind and hail. Big little line coming through. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning over in Minnesota near Pipestone, Brookings, Lyon, Lincoln, and Murray counties. That's for 60-mile-per-hour winds. We have a full-blown bee camera, guys. Look at this. We got bees flying around. What the flippity-floppity? I can't believe we have bee cameras before GTA 6. Risk for Cincinnati tomorrow should be mostly a wind threat. Stop picking your nose. I haven't picked my nose at all. What are you talking about? What are we on? Man, I want to go. I want to be in Wisconsin right now. Like, look how beautiful it is. Look at the water. It's so pretty. I want to take a vacation to southern Wisconsin. Anybody got somewhere that I can stay? Looks beautiful. I can go visit the birds too. I named one of these birds Marissa, and then the other one was like Larry or something, or was it? I don't know what it was. Penguin camera? What slot is that? We got penguins in Wichita. Is that thing nodding the head at me? Is that an actual penguin? Are these real? These look fake. Oh no, bro, why are they so small? I thought penguins were larger. I didn't know penguins lived over here. They're imposters. They kind of look fake for a second. I think they kind of look fake. Apparently, this is a zoo, so they have to be real. You know what's crazy is that we still have 20 severe warnings. We do have a new severe warning in Clarksburg and Huntington, Tennessee for downburst damaging winds around 60 miles per hour. That's still going. Hasn't changed at all. You live over in Paducah, Kentucky. You guys are about to get 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. You know what's craziest? If you live in Paducah, this is what it looks like right now. If you look west from Paducah, it is all sunny. Off to the east, we got a pretty intense little round of thunderstorms moving in right now. There's like literally not a cloud in the sky right now off to the west of Paducah. Very different story, though. This camera is looking more in that direction. This is east of those storms, looking west. You have an elephant camera? Put it in 3. We got an elephant camera on the right. There's a big elephant right there. Where's that max alert, Xavier? Thank you, Raiden, for the super chat, or Ray for the super chat. My plush penguin is watching from home. Penguin is happy to see penguins. Therefore, I am happy. Bang. Got a new max alert over in Albany, or near Albany, New York, for a damaging wind threat of up to 60 miles per hour. Got a little surge of wind developing over the Patria State Forest near Middleburg. It's going to move into the Patridge Run Wildlife Management Area, Westerloo, and Burn here over the next several minutes. And we will probably get some storms over here in Buffalo here shortly. I don't think these will be enough for a severe warning, but some gusty winds possible if you're tuning in from Buffalo, New York. Milwaukee area, the storms have mostly moved through you guys, so we don't really have a whole lot left. A couple strong thunderstorms remain on the back side of this. Got a little storm down here near Pecatonica that is, looks like it's trying to hook to the outflow boundary a little bit. Should be mostly small hail and gusty winds. Maybe got to keep an eye out on that, though. Germinator says swim time. I don't know if it's a good time to swim. We got some storms coming in right now. We got some storms popping up right to the west of Chicago. This is fine. The wind knocked over my beer. You got to secure your beer better next time. Nico says the south side Milwaukee clouds are twisting. Probably some eddies, some little swirling eddies out there. We do have some new photos and videos of the storms here across the country today. This is a video from Dane County, Wisconsin from earlier, sent in by Nick. A giant shelf draping the sky. Got a photo of a bird fighting the winds in Madison earlier. This bird is just like training. He's training to become a storm chaser or a bird chaser. I don't know where bro is trying to go. It's a photo from Hamlin County, South Dakota. Really cool structure in South Dakota today. Definitely not the structure of the year by any means. It's in Kenny, Iowa. SLC, which means scary looking chickens. Not scary looking clouds. We got scary looking chickens. So over in Frederick Township, Michigan. My uncle's pool from this morning from the severe thunderstorm that hit Frederick, Michigan earlier this morning. Got big time pool damage. That is not what you want to see right before the 4th of July. Here's a photo here from Anna out of Darien, Wisconsin. Massive gust out of nowhere in Delaware, Wisconsin took this tree down. We do have some, at least minor tree damage. That's blocking an entire roadway over there in Wisconsin. Another big shelf cloud photo from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. From today near the Petco. Over in I believe it's Beetle County, South Dakota. My parents lost their garage wall subsiding and a semi-trailer tipped over from today's storms in Huron, South Dakota. Man, the storm here was warned for up to 90-mile-per-hour winds. You got a whole garage piece that was literally ripped off here. Like literally the entire siding was ripped off. Wow, that's crazy. And we got a big tree down over in Buffalo, New York due to a strong thunderstorm. So it looks like we have some problems over there in Buffalo. If you guys do have any photos and videos, you can scan the QR code or go to reports.maxvelocitywx.com. If you have any photo and video submissions. Thank you, Kim, for the gift. Open concept garage. Wait, what? Is that actually an open concept garage? Or are you trolling me? Is that actually a thing? Is this something I'm learning today, or am I getting trolled? There's no way this is an open concept garage. They just put like a little bar right here or something. Like, bro, put a little bar table there, some beer, and call it an open concept garage. Carport? This isn't a carport. Is it? How's this just a, I mean, like, where'd the wall go? Let's just call the porch. Pretty much it is. Hey, Samantha for the sewer chat. Bro, look at the elephants. We got elephants roaming over here in Wichita, Kansas. Do you guys hear they did save the giraffe that was on the loose in Texas? We haven't streamed in like 5 days. I don't think we got to talk about that, but they did save the giraffe. They did catch him. I think they caught him at least from what I heard. You know what's crazy is that Paducah, Kentucky right now, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Paducah. It is perfectly sunny conditions. And there's a bird that just flew by the camera. But like, it is literally perfectly sunny. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning. If you looked one direction right now, and it's just west in Paducah, you'd probably think there's nothing coming. It's a beautiful day. That is definitely not the case. Got this big storm coming into Paducah right now. It looked like there was like a bee swarming the camera too. Max, you need to do some animal streams? I might have to. Might become an animal. Man, I'm tired. I keep yawning. I've been yawning a lot more over the last like 30 days on streams. I need to get more sleep. Sleep has been a little chalked over the last 7 days. Going to Tulsa, flying back. My sleep schedule is so out of whack. I don't know if you guys saw my social media posts. I got 4 hours of sleep in 2 days. The night I went to Tulsa, or like the next morning, that night I had no sleep at all. Got 4 hours of sleep, I think, the next day. So when I was in Tulsa, I slept for 4 hours and that was it. Hey, Dawson for the $20 super chat. As Sioux Falls, South Dakota look for tornadoes tonight and into the morning. Say Sioux Falls tornado threat's pretty low tonight. Should also be pretty low tomorrow. It's gonna be more of a wind threat. We got wind, definitely some significant wind on I-90 going right into Sioux Falls right now. Got a couple people tuning in here from Sioux Falls. Patiently waiting in Sioux Falls for the strong winds to arrive. They're gonna arrive here in just a few minutes. Velocities right now are being measured at around 60 miles per hour. Max ASMR stream when? No. Big kit for the gift. We need to do an ASMR live stream though on the 4th of, or not 4th of July, on April Fool's Day. That's what we got to do. It just needs to happen. I don't know how I could last though. It'd be really hard to last. Max, at 38 years old, you need to get your sleep. I'm not 38. They send me for the gift. Someone's lighting fireworks after the heavy rain hit. Do we have any firework cameras tonight? Sometimes we can see fireworks on these cameras. I think this one we did see fireworks being shot off in a tornado warning the other day. I don't see any fireworks right now. Storms are beautiful out here in Tennessee. Absolutely stunning. Not seeing any fireworks being shot off. At least yet. It is a little early. Somebody was shooting off the fireworks like an hour before sunset, though, the last time we checked over here. Tennessee is a beautiful state, for the record. It is a beautiful state. Very cool terrain. It's at least unique. Anyway, back for the super chat. We go live too much, unfortunately, during that time frame. April 1st is really tough. Like, I've wanted to do, you know, April Fool's video, like just something funny, and like every time we always have an outbreak forecasted for that day or like the next day. It's very hard. We have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning over in McCook, Nebraska. Back over here. So we got a new destructive severe warning from McCook, Nebraska. That's gonna be for apple-sized hail. All right, so we got apple-sized hail here near Trenton, Palisade. Big time hail here, just west of Culbertson. Sheesh. Got apples falling out of the sky. Most of Wisconsin's beautiful. I agree. Wisconsin's a beautiful state. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Sioux Falls. It's for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and there's actually a tornado possible tag on this. So the National Weather Service is monitoring at least some rotation, despite this being behind an outflow boundary. It's at least broadly rotating and might lead to a possible tornado threat here. So if you live over here in Sioux Falls, we got to be staying on alert right now. Ryan with the super chat says, got my max alert call a little while ago and went outside in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Funny to see bright sunny sky and no rain. This weather is weird today. It is a little bit of a weird day of weather. It's what you call mesoscale severe weather, though. I mean, a lot of what we're seeing today is mesoscale. And, you know, guys, Paducah is getting hit now. Paducah, Kentucky. It's, again, sunny skies. There's a storm to the east that's pushing in from east to west. This camera's looking west. And the camera's now starting to shake. And there's a storm that's about to come right over this camera. It's kind of a cool perspective. The storm rolling in right now. You show the parades on Saturday? I don't think I'm hoping not to be live for 4th of July. I need a break. Ideally, I don't want to be live tomorrow or the 4th of July, as long as I don't have to, because I want to go spend time with family and stuff like that. Max, your hair is muted. You need to comb it. My hair's fine. What do we mean? Looks all right. I need a haircut. I will definitely have to get a haircut at some point in the next week or two. If I look bald in about a week, you know why. It's crazy how windy it is here. And like, again, this is the outflow boundary moving into Paducah right now. Still perfectly sunny conditions looking west. Got a lot of people tuning in from Sioux Falls right now. Just got a new Culver's W. Bird cam, please. I just showed it. Bro is under a severe warning and would rather watch a bird camera than watch the storm roll in. I got Culver's today too, by the way. I did get Culver's. Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag I wish it was an ad. I'm in Southwest Minnesota. Am I cooked? You might be. It's going to go right towards you. It should be mainly a 60 to 70 mile per hour wind threat. It is crazy. Paducah, again, still not seeing any. Let me go back to Paducah here. We got somebody tuning in from Paducah right now. Pouring rain in Paducah. The thunder is so loud. This camera's like right here. And so this is the outflow boundary. You can't really see it yet either. Still cannot see a single cloud. There's birds flying around. Planning on going to Culver's tomorrow. I'll wear my max velocity hat. W. I thought I had a max velocity hat nearby. I don't. Is that the cloud at the top left? That might be the outflow boundary right there. There you go, guys. See? Got the outflow boundary at the top left of your screen. It's been very windy here for a few minutes. Bad in Paducah? Seems like it. We can't really, I mean, this is looking west, not looking east. Which most of the time, like if you have like a stationary camera, you want it to be facing east, or facing west, I mean, towards where storms are coming from. In this case, it's coming out of the east. It's coming the opposite direction. So you can see that shelf cloud moving in now. It's kind of creepy almost. A little freaky. Is Maryland at risk for Saturday? You guys are. 4th of July severe weather is on the table. Mothership coming over. I don't think this is going to be a mothership. But who knows? Maybe it is. If you guys have any photos or videos of this storm, definitely send it in to us. That shelf cloud is just slowly rolling over the camera right now. Definitely have some pretty strong downburst winds, even near Unionville Road over in Brookport in southern Illinois. Illinois is checking in. When is Illinois not checking in 2026? Hey, Maria for the super chat. So hot in Pennsylvania that my mechanic in Jenkintown had to close early today and tomorrow because it's too hot in the shop. Yeah, it's hot out there. This has been a very brutal stretch of heat over the last few days. And it's not anything I'd say super surprising. It's just it's prolonged. It's not like short-lived, and obviously it's not ideal right around the 4th of July to be this hot. North side of Sioux Falls near Crooks, we're starting to see some wind gusts near 65 miles per hour. Got a little bit of rotation near Hartford. Got a lot of people tuning in over here. Somebody just said the wind is picking up. I don't see any 87 mile per hour winds, I'm going to be honest. Been chilling in my closet for a while, not risking it at all. Bro was just sitting in his closet even before this warning got issued. Playing on the Xbox. Hey, CJ, appreciate that. How's it going? Hope you're doing well, man. Got to get a max velocity meal at Culver's. Bro, we need to do something with Culver's. How is it going to happen? We just got a new SPC outlook for tonight. It is still an enhanced risk of severe weather. We'll have that here in a moment. CJ was watching my stream a minute ago and he said, no way bro knows enough about birds to educate someone. Thanks. I appreciate that. Believe it or not, I'm smart in some departments. All right, I know how to identify birds. We need to like name them. We need to find a max velocity bird. That's what we got to do. The velociraptor, but in this case, it's the velociraptor or something. I don't know. I don't think that makes sense. We need something. We have a new photo coming out of Sheffield, South Dakota. Can confirm it's not an open concept garage. Here's the missing wall. All right, so the wall's gone. And in case you're just tuning in, this is what that garage looked like. So it's gone. Honestly, it looks perfect. Like you could probably set up a bar there or something and keep it open concept. Granted, crime could be a problem. I think that's going to really help. Odd shape for the sun. Oh, here we go. Conspiracy theories. Well, what's strange about the sun today? What kind of conspiracy theories we got cooking? Is it the chemtrails? Is it space weather? Is the sun expanding? Is it becoming an oval? The sun is fake. All right, well, that's a good start. PDS sun alert here in Paducah. The sun is AI. There you go. Now it makes sense. I've always wondered. Have you always wondered why you can't look at the sun, but the sun can look at you? Has anybody ever wondered that? Like, why can the sun look at us, but not why can't we look at it? That's my go-to at Culver's. I honestly like getting mixers there. My favorite thing recently. Sun is going to explode. The day that Culver's drops a new cheese curd flavor that never has been made before, that's when it's going to explode. Which I don't know when that's going to be. Getting gloomy on the northeast side of town over here in Sioux Falls. And no active tornado warnings. Haven't had any in like an hour. We had tornado warnings for quite some time today. We had them going on for like hours. Even before we went live. My girlfriend is sad. Can we get help? What am I supposed to help with? You think I'm a counselor? Counselor Max Velocity. That's gonna be my new channel name. Counselor Max Velocity. It's not gonna be, you know, meteorologist anymore. I'm just gonna be a counselor. I feel like I'd be a good counselor. What do you guys think? You guys think I'd be good? My team says no. BetterHelp? Bro, how many people got mad when we did that ad? I think they're cool. I think they're a cool company. Garlic and herb cheese curd? That sounds so gas right now. Do I have one nearby? That sounds really good. Max Velocity Counseling Center. You've not been in a long-term relationship. You shouldn't offer marriage counseling. Who said I was doing marriage counseling? Ain't nobody say that. Granted, the longest relationship I've been in was like 2 months, and I've only been in one, so I haven't had anything long-term. Hopefully that changes. I could be a weather counselor. Hey, you ran up for the sewer chat. Max Velocity Severe Therapy Center. Severe Therapy Center is wild. Let's replace the weather with therapy. Max, what's your type in woman? Honestly, blonde and skinny. It's probably pretty typical, but That's my type. It's a fine print. We really need to start a counseling. Something. It should happen. It'd be quite incredible, the results. How does the sun cut its hair? It eclipses it. That's terrible. Yes, a Max's type. Oh, Lord. How old am I? 23. Where's your cat cheese curd? I don't know, bro. I mean, my cat has been just nowhere nearby anytime I go live. Not sure why. My cat just doesn't like me streaming. Hey, fire for the sewer chat. Appreciate that. How terrible will it be camping in southern Wisconsin this weekend? It shouldn't be terrible. I mean, there could be some storms, though. It looks pretty stormy, even tomorrow. It looks pretty stormy. Let's go over to the models here. I'll show you guys kind of the next 24, 48 hours. So tonight, we'll continue to have some thunderstorms, mainly across the Minnesota and South Dakota. Should be mostly damaging winds, low tornado risk. Tomorrow morning, another round of storms is likely here across the Midwest near Davenport, Milwaukee, and Chicago. Another round will fire in Nebraska during the afternoon. And mostly damaging winds with all this activity. Could have a tornado or two with the Midwest threat. Could have an isolated tornado near Des Moines. Could have another one near Kearney. I'd say the best chance is going to be near the Kearney area where a discrete supercell is possible. Saturday morning, scattered showers and thunderstorms across the board. And if we go over to the Rufus model here for Saturday afternoon, looks pretty stormy if you live over in the Ohio Valley or Minnesota. Southern Wisconsin could have a few thunderstorms, but it should remain isolated to scattered. And then Sunday, honestly, looks like one of the most chill days that we've had in a while. I don't see anything too major happening right now on Sunday. Even mine, guys, we're almost out of severe weather season. Severe weather season technically ends around the middle and end of July for most of the country. We still have severe weather in August, but it's a lot less likely in August. A lot of our severe weather is between March and July. And we are almost out of severe weather season. Crazy enough, it feels like we were in April just a few days ago. We have a new mesoscale discussion for Nebraska and northern Kansas. The severe weather threat appears likely to expand northeastwards across parts of central and eastern Nebraska, where a new watch assurance will be possible this evening. So up to 80-mile-per-hour winds, tennis ball-sized hail, and a low tornado risk. We've now had no tornado warning in 1 hour and 14 minutes. No tornado warning in the last 1 hour and 14 minutes, guys. Pretty impressive. It'd be funny if I jinxed it. Sioux Falls is about to get really hard by wind, guys. We got 80-mile-per-hour winds being measured now on the north side of Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls is about to get pretty hard by this little area of thunderstorms here in a second. It's going to come into the north side of town near I-90. It ain't looking pretty. That is for sure. All right, a couple of picture cameras. This is one of them on the north side of Sioux Falls. Got a big shelf rolling in right now. Hey, nobody parking under the overpass. That's always good to see. We have another good shot. I'm trying to look for it. Here it is. I just pushed it to the wrong slot. Really cool view of the shelf cloud there rolling into Sioux Falls right now. So again, Sioux Falls about to get pretty hard by this little line of thunderstorms over the next several minutes. If you live over in Sioux Falls, I'd definitely be staying away from windows. Could have up to 80-mile-per-hour winds rolling in right now. Gonna get pretty windy pretty quickly. There are some live cameras in Sioux Falls too I'm gonna keep an eye on. Slideshow cameras in 2026. We should do a slideshow. Thoughts? We have plenty of cameras to do it. A little slideshow action. Bro, the birds are like the best camera in my opinion. Got two now. They're back. Hear them chirping too. Thank you, Carson, for the gift. Is it still going to be severe in Wisconsin today? The risk of severe weather is definitely lower. Thank you, Sean, for the Venmo donation saying, for your cat. I'll get Cheese Curd some treats or something. I don't know where she's at. Your cat would demolish those birds? Let's not think about that. These are pretty birds. Hey, you got a cardinal. See, I know birds. I know it. I know the birds. Bird is the word. What about Michigan? Just an isolated wind threat tonight. We do have a new SPC outlook for tonight from the Storm Prediction Center. We still have an enhanced risk of severe weather for Sioux Falls, north of Storm Lake, over near Marshall and Worthington. Slight risk includes Milwaukee. Back up into Dickinson, got another slight risk over here in Garden City. They did remove the slight risk for the southeast. Right now, the main concern is damaging wind gusts as high as 85 miles per hour. There could also be some large to potentially very large hail. Tornado risk is still outlined as a large 2%, so it goes from Bismarck into Pierre, Sioux Falls, Waterloo, Marshalltown, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, Decorah, Rochester. It's outside of Owatonna there. We're watching at least for an isolated tornado threat for tonight, so it's definitely important to stay weather aware. We have a new max alert for winds up to 70 miles per hour on the north side of Sioux Falls. So if you live on the north side of Sioux Falls, we definitely got to be staying on alert right now. For a pretty significant wind threat. Looks like it's pretty windy out there. This is a live shot here on the north side of Sioux Falls. Wind and rain are starting to come down now. Should get a lot windier here in a second. Is there a way I can disable the cartoons that keep blocking the chat? I don't know how you do that. There are people that have been able to disable the somehow the GIFs, and they're called GIFs on YouTube. I don't know. There's some way to disable the animation and stuff. Bunch of cameras. I'm not seeing any that are really going too crazy right now. Oh, here comes the wind. Here you go. It's getting a little bit windier here. Can we at least get one mild tropical storm next? I'm going to be honest, this hurricane season does not look that impressive. Now, granted, we'll probably get a big hurricane at some point that will probably make landfall in the United States, but it looks very quiet right now. I mean, we're in the July now. Very slow start. With that said, we do have a super typhoon developing over in the Western Pacific. And I know Storm Chaser... I know a couple storm chasers that are going out there. I know Jordan Hall's going out there, and then there's also Tornado Pagey, and Bryce might be flying out to, I believe, Guam or something like that to go watch that hurricane, or typhoon, I mean, out there in the Western Pacific. So that'll be interesting. We now have a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning out in Nebraska. So they have upgraded this warning over west of McCook as a tornado possible tag. Got a little hook echo on it near Stratton. Velocities are pretty weak, but it's also producing tennis ball sized hail. Also some rotation over near Lexington right now. It's mostly just a wind threat though in southwestern Nebraska for the time being. We need a cow camera. We do need a cow camera. Anybody got a cow camera? What's the worst outbreak you've covered? We've covered so many bad outbreaks. The worst tornado I covered, I think, was the London, Kentucky tornado. I think the worst outbreak, I don't know. There's so many. I wouldn't say I've covered. I've covered a lot of outbreaks. I don't know which one I would say is the worst though, off the top of my head. There's been a lot of bad ones. We had like Lake City last year. That was pretty crazy and terrible. Even recently, the derecho in the Midwest had multiple large tornadoes. A couple weeks back in Illinois. Like, I mean, there's been a lot of bad outbreaks, but. Hey, Sheila for the gift. April 26th of 24 is pretty bad. too. I mean, again, I haven't covered every outbreak in existence, right? I've covered most outbreaks between 2024 and now. I covered some in 23, and I didn't cover very many at all in 22. So like most of the severe weather that I've covered, at least in terms of major outbreaks, has been within the last 3 years. But I'd say April 26th of 24 or April 2nd of 25, probably the two worst ones. I don't know if there's really been an outbreak this year that I've say is worse than either of those two. Max, did you at the Waffle House in Tulsa? I did not. We went to some really fancy like steakhouse or something. Hey, Dawson for the super chat. They had A5 Japanese Wagyu, which was incredible. I didn't get it. It was really expensive. I was not trying to buy that, but it was like the best thing I've ever eaten. If you want to splurge on food and if it's a good if it's actual Wagyu, like get it. Like Wagyu, you have to try it at least once in your life, in my opinion. I'd set aside a budget or something and actually make sure it's legit. Don't try to get the fake stuff. Hey, Shelby for the super chat. I mean, we kind of already do. There's been experiments on artificially making weather happen, but nothing like large scale. It's mostly small scale stuff. What was the name of the place? I honestly do not remember. I do not remember. It was something in Tulsa. It was a really good steakhouse. Was the Wagyu too fatty? I don't remember. I don't think it was. I only had one bite. Somebody let me try it, so that's why I had it. Do Max Alert Polygon show up here in 24/7 stream? Not yet. That'll definitely be in the plan soon. Thank you, Wayne, for the gift. We're going to do a pretty big overhaul of our 24/7 stream later in the summer. And by the 2026 or 2027 severe weather season, that 24/7 stream is going to be miles better. So we're working on some pretty big implementations for that. Please tell me you stopped at a Brahms while in Tulsa. I did not. But I have had Brahms before. I used to live in Texas, so I did try it one time. It's pretty solid. I like Brahms. It's pretty solid. I don't know if I ever got their ice cream, but I definitely got their burger when I was there. It was pretty solid. Now, if anybody asks if I did Whataburger, absolutely not. Whataburger continues to be the most overrated burger place that I've ever been to. And no, you cannot say Whataburger is gas. I strongly disagree. Never been? In my opinion, no reason to go. I think it's the most mid food ever. Most mid burgers. There were Whataburger locations in Florida for a number of years. Well, there literally are. I did go to one in Florida a couple months ago. It's mid. I don't get it. Like, what is good about Whataburger? Brahms has the best ice cream ever. That's quite the statement. Maybe it's good in just Texas. I know for a fact it's not good here in Florida, at least from when I went. Again, that's my opinion, but I just remember not being very good. Thank you, Helen, for becoming a member. PDQ is the best chicken place. Dude, PDQ slaps. I haven't had PDQ in such a long time. I look, you want to go to PDQ. How far is one for me right now? I want to go to a PDQ. And they're not even close to me. No. They'll close at 10. Oh, PDQs are so far. Why? PDQ is like, I think it's just like a Florida chain. I don't know if they're anywhere else, but man, PDQ slaps. I haven't had it in so long. They can be a little expensive, but they are so good. PDQ, the gas station. What? It's a gas station? That was just a chicken place. In-N-Out has great vanilla shakes. I haven't been at In-N-Out since February. Last time I went was when I was in Colorado. It's the first time I had an In-N-Out in like 5 years before that. I don't know where there's even an In-N-Out in Florida. Eating out is overrated in general, personally. Yeah, it is pretty overrated. Eating out is very overrated. Casey's is a pizza place that sells gas. Bang. How's Chicago doing with weather? We got some pop-up thunderstorms. I don't think anything's really going to become severe here. Almost all off to your west right now. Huey says, hello. Munching curds? I want some cheese curds right now. Eating my goldfish. I still can't believe I got in an accident today. It's kind of blown by me because, like, my car didn't suffer damage. But, like, I literally got in a car accident today. Somebody rear-ended me at a stoplight. Still can't believe it. I do have dash cam of it. I don't know how I didn't take damage, though. Second time I've been in an accident, and both times I was not at fault. Taco pizza from Casey's? Am I okay? I'm fine. If I wasn't okay, you probably wouldn't even heard from me today. I would have probably been doing stuff. I don't know. I'm good. I was so mad because I was like, I mean, I literally just got this car like a week or two ago. I'm like, bro, there's just no way, you know? It's like the worst feeling. And somehow, I do not know how it didn't take damage. It's crazy to me. As the Twin Cities look tonight, should be mainly a win threat. Order a pizza? Pizza doesn't sound bad right now. If I got pizza, I would go to a local place. Tornado warning in Canada? There's been a couple of tornado warnings in Canada. The only tornado warning that we have right now is all the way up here. In, I don't even know where. Grass Lake County, I think it is. Which, there's definitely some rotation. Pouring in southwest Sioux Falls. Dumping buckets out there. But yeah, generally speaking, I think Canada's threat's pretty low. We don't have any other tornado warnings anywhere for Canada. Canada. We have one severe warning in effect right now over along the Massachusetts and New York border for 60-mile-per-hour winds. We actually max alerted this activity earlier. Got a little bit more organized. Got somebody tuning in here from Florida. Wow, this is a long message. That is such a long message. And a loaded question. Will you still even see or hear it very easily if then there... Bro, can we please speak English? What is this grammar? And drowned out by straight line winds, bro. I'm so lost in this message. Can anybody answer this for me? That's a long message. It's a really long message. Any concern? A concern before Raymond. Just gusty winds. Just say yes. Yes. All right. I'm saying yes. There you go. That's all you need. That's my answer. Cave's been partying hard. We're gonna have a wind event tonight? Probably to some extent. There was a conditional tornado threat over near the Sioux City area tonight, but nothing's really popped in that area. So look at our satellite imagery right now. It's on the Meso 2. It's the minute-by-minute view of all the storms going up here. I'm actually going to do the CONUS view, so this will be the entire country. A lot of storms going up here today. Hey, Chris, appreciate that. I see your message. South Sioux Falls has rotation. I'm watching it in person. Might be spinning a little bit. They did just downgrade it back to a normal tornado or normal severe warning. That might actually be the rotation. It's hard to tell. That might be contaminated, but if there is any rotation on this storm near Sioux Falls, that's where it'd be, near Harrisburg. Brandon's reporting pea-sized hail over here in Sioux Falls. Cool down so fast. Rain is really coming down too. Nick said it was pretty calm. Probably not as calm anymore. Oh, it's Northeast Alabama. Should be mostly winding down. I think the threat down here is almost done. We got a couple severe warnings here near Scottsboro, but this would be about it. Could have two more pop-up thunderstorms, damaging wind gusts, the main concern, maybe some lightning, and yeah, a lot of storms actually over near Anniston. They did downgrade the risk. It was a slight risk. Now we're back down to a marginal threat here for most of northern Alabama and northwest Georgia. Nashville, Murfreesboro, back up at Harrisburg. You guys are still in that level 1 risk. The only storms left right now over in Tennessee are, for the most part, weakening. We got one south of Paris, and the one in Paducah has just fizzled into the abyss. Things mostly gone now. How about Five Guys burgers and fries? My opinion, just my opinion, the burgers at Five Guys are overrated. The fries are gas. Just my opinion. And I think their shakes are fine. I don't think it's anything special. My favorite color, blue. Our video uploads working on the support or the report website? They are. If you submit a photo or video, you'll be able to submit photos and videos. This over in Greenfield, Wisconsin. Wind blew my hammock over. Well, that's not pleasant. You guys can submit videos over here, right? Oh, yeah. No, definitely can. Hey, walks to the super chat. Is that storm in Northeast Alabama near Scottsboro rotating? No. Oh, those are pretty elevated thunderstorms. Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, in my opinion, is underrated. I like Steak and Shake. They have some good food. What should I do for dinner tonight? What do you guys think? Thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. What made you become a meteorologist? Any specific event? No, I mean, I've always been interested in weather since I was 3. Always been interested. Love weather. I wanted to be a meteorologist from when I was literally 3 years old. Watched the Weather Channel growing up. I'd say the Joplin, Missouri tornado was probably the event that really sparked more of my interest, though. If there was a specific event that really propelled it, it was definitely that event. Cheesecake Factory. Why Cheesecake Factory? Outback? Wingstop? Pizza? Mexican food can slap. Steak and Shake, garlic double steak burger. Yeah, those things are gas. Hey, Jordan for the super chat. Janesville is going to get hit tonight, or is it going to stay north of us? I don't think there's much more left for Janesville. Hey, Steve for the super chat as well. Yeah, Janesville, I think for the most part, yeah, that storm literally fizzled over you. And there will be one more round possibly in about an hour or two, but the severe risk with this little cluster is extremely low. It'd be just a straight line wind threat. Chick-fil-A? Taco Bell? I'm not doing Taco Bell. Is Rochester, Minnesota safe? This will be what you're watching for. It's a weakening line of thunderstorms. So I think Rochester, the risk of any major severe weather event tonight is pretty low. Why does everybody think I smoke? I do not smoke. I smoke people when I play basketball, though. Being an 8'7" person, it gives you an advantage. Raising Cane's. I actually had Raising Cane's the other day. Got it on Monday. Panda Express sounds good. A lot of good food options. I don't think I'm gonna do Panda though. I don't want to do Wingstop. Bro, last time I got Wingstop in my like fry container, I had like a bone that was like fried. It kind of freaked me out. Cap. How's that cap? Anybody that knows me personally knows that I do not smoke. I haven't had pasta in a while. Volte? Maybe. Costco hot dog? I don't think Costco's open anymore. I don't think it closed at like 8. It's like 9 o'clock now. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time at least. I'm in Eastern time zone. I wish I could go to Quick Trip, guys. I wish Quick Trip existed in Florida. Quick Trip is so gas. They only exist in like Wisconsin and Minnesota. It's like the one thing I really miss about being up there. Quick Trip is so good. White Castle down there. think there's White Castle. I've seen it before, but White Castle is, I don't think it's that good, right? I've never heard anything I've never heard anything spectacular about it. I've never heard anything like that bad about it, but used to live in Wisconsin. No, I went on a trip up there last year. Still had 16 severe warnings. We just got a new one in Nebraska. If this outflow boundary here wasn't moving west, we'd probably have a tornado threat that stormed near Trenton. No chasers down here today, at least from what I've been seeing. So very weak area of rotation. We got a new severe warning for Jackson County, Alabama, slightly more populated down here near Stevenson. That'll be for 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. I know there's a hook echo. Kind of looks like it's tornadic. It's not. It's all outflow dominant. It's an elevated thunderstorm. What's the severe threat for upper Wisconsin? Should just be isolated wind overnight tonight. I don't expect much severe weather up there, to be honest. I think it's going to be a low-end threat. Why are you in Florida? The weather isn't that interesting. Well, one, the weather is nice. Two, why would I live somewhere like, why would I live in like Texas or Dallas, for example, when the risk of power outages and losing internet is really high because of severe weather? If there's a severe weather event, like I'm not trying to take shelter, you know? I'm trying to stay alive. So it's kind of strategical in a way. Granted, I did lose power last week because of lightning, but that's, you know, we're gonna have to do some fixes for that. Max doesn't know about hurricanes. We haven't had a hurricane in like almost 2 years now. Will we get one this year is the question. The last one was Milton. Big Mac says hi. Hi. Lori says it's too hot. You're in Florida. Like, what do you expect in Florida? All right, like it's the same thing every day. It's the same temperature almost every single day. Like 96 for a heat index is not that bad. 97, like that's pretty typical for Florida. Up here, it's way too hot. Mississippi River Valley is brutal. Sounds good, Skydrone. How about Lower Michigan tonight? It's gonna be hot. Hot and humid. Isolated damaging wind threat. Severe weather doesn't look super likely there. Hey, not your average for the super chat. WeatherFront app seemed to show a significant line of storms moving through Iowa early morning. Earlier, I haven't checked in recently. There was a line this morning. It was in northern Iowa. There were some tornado warnings and discrete cells in northeast Iowa this afternoon. We weren't live. I wasn't even here, honestly. And then I saw weather kind of ramped up, and it's pretty interesting. I don't think any of them produced tornadoes, so I don't think I missed much. Luckily. The storms near Sioux Falls, no longer severe. As of 8:22 p.m., we have 17 severe warnings. There's definitely fewer than that. I mean, these are all very spread out, too. Like, if you look at the entire map here, we got some severe warnings up here in Montana. Got one over there in North Dakota. Got a few over in Nebraska. All pretty spaced out right now. The severe thunderstorm watch for Tennessee is going to expire in about 38 minutes. No tornado risk outlined from that area, which, again, these are all elevated thunderstorms with how warm it is outside and the dew point being relatively low compared to the temperature. Got one severe warning over in Massachusetts and New York. That's for 60-mile-per-hour winds. And not much of a hail threat near Albany. Going into, I think it's Coxsackie. And then Austerlitz. And then Lennox. You guys are in the path of that. We have one destructive severe warning. It's actually destructive again. They upgraded the severe warning over here in Trenton, Nebraska for apple-sized hail again. We got apples flying out of the sky. In addition to 60-mile-per-hour winds. Will there be any big storms tonight? I think it's going to be mostly in Nebraska. Could have a couple somewhere else, but I'm not seeing anything too crazy, honestly. Like, I think the worst of the threat was this afternoon. Still have a lot of storms out there, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, if you have outdoor plans tonight, you definitely need a way to receive weather alerts. You should be staying on alert as well, in case there is any lightning in your area. Sam says you should try some Rocky Mountain oysters. That's what Bryce and Paige keep telling me. They keep telling me I gotta go try some Rocky oysters or Rocky Mountain oysters. I'm being told I should try some Rocky Mountain oysters. I don't know if they're on the radio or not. I don't know if I'm disturbing them either. Sammy says, hey, Max. Hi.
I mean, yeah, you definitely should. Let me look and see where you can get those in Florida, or have you already looked them up? I mean, we could have some overnighted to you.
I have no clue where they are. Do I know what they are? No, not really. What are they? Rocky Mountain.
I mean, honestly, you can probably get them at Crystal's.
Of course you can get them at Crystal's. What? Ew! No, thank you. What? Bro, no! Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Nope. Absolutely not. Goodness gracious. Why is that a thing? And why are they fried? Dude, I have so many questions. Are they just not like, bro, why are they called oysters? Nothing oystery about that. People would eat anything? I mean, I guess. There's no way people actually eat that. Why would that be on the menu? That sounds terrible. Everything is better fried? Well, I guess. Don't knock it until you try it. I ain't trying that. Nope. I have a fine line on certain things. That's a fine line right there. Is that an alligator? Yes, it is. Hey, Kim, for the 25-month membership. Just why is that a thing? I want to research it now, but I don't. Sounds terrible. Does the storm look west of Sioux Falls? Looks just elevated. Little strong thunderstorm. Nothing severe to it. I do want oysters, though. Oysters can be good. Clams can, too. I used to hate clams when I was growing up. Now I like them. Thank you, Bud, for the super chat. Is Milwaukee cooked tonight? I think Milwaukee's mostly done. We got a severe thunderstorm watch for another hour. There's another little cluster coming into Dubuque and Platteville, and that could produce some gusty winds. You got some thunderstorms going up near Chicago, too, but the severity of these are very low. You should get your ears pierced and get one of those long, dangly earrings. They look good. Bro, what? What are we doing? Fried catfish? Fried catfish is good. I like catfish. Catfish can be gas. I hate all seafood. Wow. I was about to say something, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be nice. now I have to say it almost. Like, that sounds terrible. No, I'm not saying it. Sea bass? I don't think I've ever had sea bass before. Must be a troll evening for Max. It definitely is. Off topic, but if you have ordered something from shopmaxvelocity.net, like a signed hat, a sticker, or anything like that, and you might have been contacted. There's a few people that entered like bad addresses. So if you are somebody that is tuning in that got a signed hat or a duck, check your email just in case if you haven't gotten it yet, just to make sure you're not one of those people that was emailed. You might have been emailed. We've had somebody trying to reach out on our team. Thank you, Wendy, for the super chat. How will the weather be west of Kearney, Nebraska, I-80 westbound? I'm a truck driver. It's going to be pretty stormy right near Lexington, but Outside of that, it looks pretty fine. Be mainly just isolated damaging winds, and so up to core $half size tail being the main concern. I like your vids, they help a lot. I'm glad. Oyster Pub in Daytona Beach had the best oysters back in the 80s. Really? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that place existed. I used to live in Daytona Beach. Got my hat yesterday. W. Is this strictly United States coverage, or do you glance into Canada? We sometimes glance into Canada. We've covered Canada a couple times. I mean, we won't really cover it for like your ordinary damaging winds, but like if there's a significant tornado threat, we'll definitely talk about it. I know there's been a tornado warning over here, but I'm not seeing much on that storm, to be honest. That's south of Cut Knife. I think that's Saskatchewan. Bro, we got the penguin camera back. Look at the penguin. Got penguins swimming around. We need a deer camera. We do. Definitely do. By the way, if you want to download the free WeatherFront app, it's the app that we've been using all stream. You can download it with the QR code or go to the link at the top of the description. It's also on desktop. It will be coming to Android again soon. I don't have an ETA. I know a lot of people are asking. I will keep you posted. They're working hard on it, though. You want to download the app. There's also a link in the description if you want to download it that way as well, or go check out the browser app. Also, huge shout out to all of our Velocity sponsors. All right, we got a big list of Velocity sponsors. There's some new ones that we haven't added to this list yet, but I want to give a huge shout out to all the members on our channel. If you want to become a member and support the channel above and beyond, there is a link at the top of the description. You can also just click the join button down below and become a member today. Helps us be able to add more storm chasers and basically funds our operations. All right, we can't do it without you guys. Really appreciate, again, all the support as always. What's your favorite type of food? I don't know. French fries are always my favorite, but steak is definitely not. I think steak is overrated. Steak is like one of the most overrated foods. It's nice to see my name on the list. There you go. Yeah, I think there's been a couple more Velocity sponsors on that list that we haven't added yet, but it basically will be updated every week or so. All right. I'm hungry. The weather's kind of chill now. I know we got some warnings, but it's definitely not as bad as before. I'm going to go and wind down the stream for tonight. If you guys need weather coverage, stay on the stream. You'll be redirected automatically to our 24/7 live weather stream. It's on the More Max Velocity YouTube channel. If you get lost along the way, but you'll be redirected automatically to that channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, click the bell icon so you're notified with the latest updates. Also, make sure to join our Discord server. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at maxvelocitywx for the latest updates as well. Thank you, Guppy, as well, for the super chat. We'd love you in Minnesota. Shout out to Dan as well. I want to come back to Minnesota sometime. We'll probably do something soon. But yeah, thank you guys all again so much for watching. Have a great, safe rest of your night. We'll see you guys all again in the next one. Goodbye.